In a world where balance breaks for elements, the heart awakes from the mountains to the sea. A destiny calls wild and free. Earth, water, fire, air, down together beyond compare. One spirit, one light, one fight to win. The avatar's power flows within. Earth, water, fire, air, a legacy we all must share. In the balance, peace survives as the elements rise. Deep beneath the ancient ground, earth stands tall, never to bow down. Mountains rise, unshaken by time, the strength of stone, steady and prime. Benders mold the rock with grace, a fortress firm in its embrace. Earth, water, fire, air, bound together beyond compare. One spirit, one light, one fight to win. The avatar's power flows within. Earth, water, fire, air, a legacy we all must share. In the balance, peace survives as the elements rise. Oceans flow with the moon's soft glow. Water bends with the tides below. Healing hands and waves that crash. A force at peace, yet fierce and flash. From icy plains to rivers wide, water's pull is the spirit's guide. Earth, water, fire, air, bound together beyond compare. One spirit, one light, one fight to win. The avatar's power flows within. Earth, water, fire, air, a legacy we all must share. In the balance, peace survives as the elements rise. Fierce and wild, a burning flame. Fire roars in the bender's name. Passion lights the darkest night. A spark of hope, a source of might. But with control, its power grows. The fire within only balance knows. Earth, water, fire, air, bound together beyond compare. One spirit, one light, one fight to win. The avatar's power flows within. Earth, water, fire, air, a legacy we all must share. In the balance, peace survives as the elements rise. Winds sweep through with a graceful flight. Air's freedom soars beyond the sight. Spirits high to sky their stage, untouched by walls, unfazed by rage. A whisper softer, a gust so strong. In the breeze, the soul belongs. Earth, water, fire, air, bound together beyond compare. One spirit, one light, one fight to win. The avatar's power flows within. Earth, water, fire, air, a legacy we all must share. In the balance, peace survives as the elements rise. Till they rise, together they fall. Four elements, one fate for all. From every corner, near and far, the avatar shines like a guiding star. Together they rise, together they fall. Four elements, one fate for all. From every corner, near and far, the avatar shines like a guiding star.
And that's it. The series is over. No more. Just kidding. We got a whole episode to go through.
Okay,
So
time for
hello,
bed.
welcome for welcome to episode 13. The final chapter of the book is what we're calling this one, because it's not the end of the story. It is just the end of the what is right now. And I'm gonna put a little big old archivist symbol on top of the thing here and kind of cover up that corner, because bam, we got a cool note taker that we're having with us tonight. So archivist, thank you for being here. Hey, look, there's Younger. Anyone else want to show your face on the screen before we get too wild into it? I'm gonna say, Andrew, you're here. We got you. Look at the bottom row. Oh, hey, look, since Younger's not a
You're
pop
not
up, I have to
saying
move
anything.
things around. I think he's just throwing his fingers up. He's
I'm
going
hiding.
Oh, he's eating, so he's muted.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go back off because I got soup.
He says,
Soup.
I'm slurping, baby, slurping. All right, so let's get into the review. What happened last session? Where are we at? What's going on? It's the last episode. How'd we get here? For the sake of our handy dandy recorder, can we get like a total recap from the beginning to the end, as best as you guys remember?
No, my memory is spotty at the best times.
Okay.
Okay. Well, generically,
Generically, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, we got together and we were thinking to form a group in order to save one of our friends who got jumped in basically like a secret hideout. We were picking up a mission back in the Earth capital. um line.
Right. And we got introduced to our big bad evil guy, Bo, right then and there, because he murdered our friend Lou, and ripped his soul out.
Yeah.
We stole the body of our friend and started our globe-trotting adventure, avoiding Bo at any intermittent bits, trying to find the Avatar. We headed south, we headed north, we headed all over until we finally found a place to reconnect our friend's soul. We also had a major fighting tournament in the Crystal Village. I don't remember the name of the Crystal Village, but it was Crystal Village, where
Something
we
like that.
kicked butt and took names for the first time.
Burnt down Air Temple as is tradition.
Right? Yep, burnt down was his tradition. Fought a really old man that was crazy. It was wild. What else did we do? We then traveled on to again southern bits of the Earth Nation, and got on a boat to go to other places and check out other things, and just happened to run into.
Got arrested.
Oh, we
Then
didn't get
put on a
arrested.
boat.
Then put on a boat, and on that boat we met the incarnation of the Avatar of the Earth Air, our handy dandy friend Taryn, who is currently traveling with us still. Taryn lost his dad. We lost one of our good friends, Tungslar. And the Lotus chip that tracks the Avatar was destroyed. So thank you, Iron, for your noble sacrifice. We then traveled, licked our wounds, so on and so forth, and decided that Taryn needed real training. And before that, we went up to the United Nations capital in Republic City. Tried to find his mom and figure things out there, and after that we decided, nah, she ain't worth it. Ain't worth the fight. We're gonna learn. We're gonna teach him ourselves, and so we did. Or we didn't teach him ourselves, but we traveled with him ourselves, and we went to the water temple and spent 2 years there, having him learn water bending techniques. He became an expert at ice bending, and then from there we went to the Fire Nation, right? And learned from a master firebender via the recommendation of Tungslar's father, the general, after having a small fight there with the bow levers. And then from there, we traveled to the Eastern Air Temple. Yes? I'm going to say Eastern Air Temple because I can't remember. And we met up with the... What was her name? Not the Baron, the governor?
What's the language?
It begins with an A.
Abbott?
The Abbot,
Yeah,
right.
Abbot.
So we had
After. Oh wait, never mind. She got shot.
Right. So we had the fake Abbott, or the legitimate Abbott that works there. We met, talked to, she got assassinated. And then we met the criminal Abbott, which is the one that actually runs the town. And she took great interest in Taryn. And for 10 months, we fought the Red Lotus sect that was in the city, and came out on top while he trained in airbending with her, because she is a master airbender. And all that being said, he is now proficient with all 4 elements, and over this time he has finally unlocked his avatar state, which you guys got to witness the first time as you were like, let's test this out, and it went as well as it could. 4v1 versus the avatar in the avatar state.
We got very close.
It's the outcome we
got
wanted.
Very close. We
It
got
was-
very close.
I
It
don't
wouldn't
think
be a training arc if he didn't kick our ass.
right.
Yeah, if he lost, that would have been real.
You would have had to. We would have had no confidence in him. But
Going
no,
back to training.
yeah,
Another
but
6 months of gameplay.
he done pretty good. A solid victory, even by the skin of his teeth. And you guys are no pushovers or flubs, so like, solid fight.
Avatars lose all the time in history. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But that being said, that's where we're at. We're slightly after the battle. I'm gonna time warp us forward a day or two after recovery, so you guys are all good. Go ahead and reset your fatigue, reset your conditions. We're going into this final episode all happy and good to go. Speaking of starting the final episode, is there anything that the people that need to change their stuff at the start of the episode want to change? I'm looking at you, Hammer, and you, Shield.
We reset our balance as well, right?
Yes, reset your balance, please.
Look at the
Final battle. We're gonna meet Bo. Question.
You
Winky,
might.
wink.
You don't really know.
Is there a hint as to a big bad threat that might be around between us and him?
There is definitely the threat of bow levers. As the air temple alarms have sounded. Which I'm just
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I might have a sound effect for this.
Since I don't have named adversaries, I will stay with Bo. Bo is my arch nemesis. He killed my friend Tugaslar, even though my other friend Quan, just doesn't care.
What? I super care.
There's a lot of things that have died on our way over here. We
I
have
mean-
left a lot of dead bodies.
I mean, mostly our enemies, though, to be fair.
Most of them are riddled with bullets, or
No,
explosive
I
shrapnel.
was going to say no bullets.
yeah, if you
He's
wanna do it
never
that
used
way.
the gun in his life except for, look, I have a gun, and then he doesn't do anything with it.
I have a gun.
I feel like
I have
Taryn
a
used
gun.
it.
I'm
It's
not sure how to
obviously-
use it.
No, I like the idea of it's like Jack Sparrow's pistol. It only has like the one shot, and he's saving it for Bo.
So,
It's a
like
distraction.
that.
People think I'm unarmed if I hand them over my gun.
You hand them their gun, and then the gun explodes because it was
The
a
gun's
bomb the whole
unload. Oh yeah,
time.
it could be a bomb. Just set it up to be a bomb.
just in the shape
I
of a
like that
gun.
you just now thought of it. You just now thought of like, I could stuff a bomb in this, and people would just like, give me your weapon. Okay, here you go. Boom.
It's time to
Rook, you timed that perfectly to when Younger was holding out his hand with the gun. You timed the Metal Gear Solid alert noise so perfectly.
Thank you. That was planned. I meant to do it, I swear. Okay, so, do you have any last minute thoughts, questions? Again, do you need to change who you are protecting this session there, Defender?
No, I think I'm pretty good. I rolled a 7. I add 3 because of some questions I answered on my own. So now I can do certain stuff. Like I could take a 10 plus without rolling on any move to defend or protect. I can track down if I need to, even if I'm being like, even if they're hiding from me, and I can figure out what my the person I'm protecting is doing without them knowing.
Okay, and I assume the
That's the
person you're
thing.
protecting is still Taryn,
I'm
yeah?
protecting you from the
It's
shadows.
the Avatoot. Yes,
The Abadoot
the
is a
Avabro.
musician of all things musical.
I'm just trying to keep him away from the pair of scissors he keeps running around with.
He just decides that's what he's gonna do now. It's just running with scissors.
It's not a nice thing to call your friends.
Scissors?
The
A pair of scissors?
That's
The
what I was
Abadoot?
thinking.
I like how we all went the same way with that.
So, as you guys sit there, have rested up, you're all friends, buddied, all patched up, you're feeling relatively good, and then you hear it. The foghorns in the distance, people screaming as cannonballs fly into the side of the temple. Or maybe it's trebuchets, you're not really sure. All you know is big balls are hitting the side of the walls. What would you like to do? Andrew is refraining
I'm-
from all comments.
Yeah, I'm
He's struggling
too
with demons,
immature.
He's struggling
I'm
with
too
demons
immature
over
to
here.
respond to balls hitting the walls. I can't.
my cabbages!
You see a poor cabbage vendor cart smashed by one of these balls if they roll off the walls.
How old is he
Yeah,
now?
I was having a hard time getting Little John out of my head. Now it's just permanently stuck there. Thanks, guys.
No. What we've now realized is Bo was the cabbage man.
The whole
Fully
time.
grown, and now he's here for all the past cabbage crimes.
I know that's
Penance
that's
has
next book.
come.
But you do see, because again, this is an islandy area. Do you guys want to head somewhere up and maybe do some assessments or things like that? What are you guys doing? Again, there is
Yes.
active
So the cannonballs are coming from the ocean.
Yes. I mean, again,
Or
you're on an island.
the sky, the ocean, the land.
You just know they are coming from somewhere that is not where you are at currently. You need to get to a vantage point to get a better view.
What are the people here doing?
Running.
What's their
Scared.
security? Oh, they're evacuating.
People are just running in havoc. You're not necessarily. You weren't with the abbot. You weren't with anything special. You guys were kind of just chilling. Because if you guys remember, Terran's training is over, so we know you guys don't have room and board. You've kind of just been chilling the last 2 days recovering, and then you were about to head out, and then bing, things happened.
Sure.
Many things have happened.
But this place isn't soft, right? Like they have some form of protection, right?
You
Walls
are
or
at
something.
I mean, the walls are it, and this is the Southern Air Temple. So air temples generally don't have offensive defenses. You know what I mean? They don't have like trebuchets or ballistas or machine gun mounts or anything like that. Now
Eh,
you guys will remember that this is a very mixed city. So there's some people with weapons and things, but in honor of the city's heritage, there are no offensive weapons because it's an air temple. At least none that you guys
Somebody
can
quick,
see.
grab the poisonous gas materials and whiff all the air in the direction that they're going.
Okay, so in a moment of panic, I think I first want to know, where is Terran?
Terran's right next to you. You guys were literally all in a group hanging out together.
Okay, so if we're all together, then we probably should all get the F out of here.
Or go
Which
into a basement.
they will not stop. It's not a natural disaster.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, isn't there, like, secret tunnels that led us to this area? Can't we use that to get to a different point to be at a better position?
You could try that 100%.
Oh, yeah. Is there secret tunnels that lead to an exit?
Secret tunnels. Well, so yes and no. You guys don't necessarily have access to them though. But you've been traveling and talking with people for the last 9 months. You might know about them. And you know what's punching a few
Yeah, we
thugs
should
in the
have a
face
whole
to
criminal syndicate. Like, I feel like we'd have some ends, you know?
exactly. Yeah, totally. You totally do. So like it's worth exploring, but you don't know like one of some specifically. You do know there are tunnels under the city that the underground yahoos use for moving equipment and things. Um, the downside is if they collapse at all because they're not necessarily like super good condition, you will get trapped. So they aren't necessarily
We
safe.
have qualified earthbenders. I'm not worried.
This is true. This is fair. You do have earthbenders. Less threatening getting trapped in a location when you have strong earthbenders with you.
Yeah. We should go find the abbot.
The replacement for the one that got shot or the criminal?
The criminal.
The one who trained Terran, yeah, the criminal.
Okay. It won't take you too long to get back to where the abbot resides. You will notice that it is on full defense mode. So there are plenty of armed guards with guns and things here.
Hell yeah. This was looking for. Okay. Hey, what's the escape plan? I yell at the abbot.
The abbot is behind all the guards and cannot not visible by any means. You have not made it past the outer level of Yahoos.
Oh, so
Y'all guys staying here or are y'all guys leaving?
One of the guards looks at you and says, Abbott said we're staying for now. They need to get more information. You want to do us a favor and scout it out for us?
Sure, why not?
Sorta, I kind of do, yeah.
Oh, and then head on the way. They're coming from all angles, so watch your backs.
Yeah, can you just give us the keys and the map to the tunnels around here?
You want to go up, not down.
Yeah.
Guess we could go up.
Okay. So you want to scale the walls so you can get a better view of what is attacking you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
They don't have like a way to get up the walls an easier way, like a lift.
This is an airbending city. There are some lifts in heavy populated areas for people that can't fly, that have been modified by the people that live here for some time. And you're not super far away, so you can take one of those. It'll just take you a little bit longer.
Oh my
Dude, I'm a
goodness.
There
waterbender
is another
on an
option.
island. Hold on. I'm a waterbender on an island surrounded by water.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I can just lift myself up there on water.
Well, I mean, you're in the middle of a city, though.
And
There's
Yeah,
no
there's no
plumbing
wells
here.
or anything like that.
I mean,
Yeah, in
sure,
the
yeah.
same context, if there's a mountain, can I use my earthbending to scale it?
I don't know. Wouldn't just scale the
You could use
The
your earthbending
walls-
to go up the wall.
Let's make a
That's what I'm
ramp.
saying. Like, can I just make the ground surf us up like a surfboard?
Yes, you
That's
can.
dope.
Go ahead and make our first roll tonight using your skills and training to lift everyone to a appropriate vantage position.
Okay.
You know what I
Skills and
realized I
training.
just didn't pull out? The map, the cards, my mother effing dice.
Ooh,
I'm
I'm
just
never
gonna
gonna
leave it
roll
at
better
that.
than this. I got a 14. I got double sixes.
Holy shit.
Can't do any better than that.
I'm never gonna see a 14 every session we've ever
Genuinely.
played.
That was one
I
hell of a
don't
roll.
think
friend.
I've actually got a 14 either, honestly.
This is my
This
D6.
It's like a real crit.
Your D6 looks like in Mike and Ike, and now I want Mike and Ike's.
Oh,
Crunchy rock.
I see that. You're right.
Mike and Ike's.
Mike
All
I
right.
have a purple one too.
Hello, DoorDash.
I want to get the tropical
You're
ones.
gonna
or the sour
DoorDash a
ones.
bag of candy?
I'm going to DoorDash several bags of candy.
See,
To make sure they
My
buy the
diabetes
stuff that's
couldn't.
on
the thing that
sale,
irritates
right?
me is Halloween is coming right around the corner. Yet, for the life of me, I have never seen like little boxes or bags of Mike and Ike's like as a thing.
What?
Come on,
What?
like
I don't
I've
know
never
where
seen
you're
like a
from.
little
That's a
bag or box
tragedy.
of
Yeah,
Mike and
right?
Ike's.
Dude, we get those.
Where do you live? That's a tragedy.
Main continental U.S. That would be why.
Oh, what? No.
Okay.
We live in
All
Alaska
right.
and we can get them.
I know main continental U.S. I guess doesn't have them.
Lies, slander. If Alaska has
I've
it's
never
everywhere
seen them.
else. For the exception of
I
beluga
think
whale.
our version of that is like Swedish fish or like the sour M&Ms. We have a lot of sour
Did you
M&Ms.
say sour M&Ms?
I meant Skittles, but
Okay,
I said
thank
M&Ms.
goodness. I was like, what?
There was a very nasty prank that happened where
Sour
somebody
peanut
mixed up
butter.
M&Ms and Cyberfrog. Someone mixed up M&Ms and Skittles. It was bad. But onwards to
You can mix up
to
Skittles
getting.
with M&M. M&M's a
I like
rapper,
to think
dude.
that this is
So,
just random conversations they're having as they're getting lifted up by the
as
rock.
you guys zoop up the walls, it takes you a little bit, and with a 14, you would have taken some cannonball damage, kind of being stuck there, moving forward. But you smartly made a defensive barrier about the moving platform, and it saved your guys' lives, or at least your limbs.
Yeah, that's Gong's fucking bread and butter. Making wall.
So, as you guys hit the top and the wall shatter, because as soon as it rose above the edge, something hit and it just shattered everywhere, right? You guys are greeted by 15 ships around the island. 6 of them are in the air as airships, and the other 9 are naval-style cruisers.
This is a bad time.
3 of them look like long-range trebuchets, basically giant, big old trebuchets that are just yeeting holes of rocks, and the other 6 boats that you guys can see look to be troop transports. So you're looking at roughly 300 people.
Who wants to tell the abbot?
Rithgon is looking at Durak and he's just basically he's like,
Which one of us is
I-
fastest and could like run away and then come back?
There's no form of long range communication we have access to.
I mean,
I
A
mean,
radio?
we have radios
walkie-talkies,
around now.
things like that, but you guys don't ever carry
Yeah.
those things around because we're always with each other.
Yeah.
No,
That's
there's
fair.
got to be like
There's like a
you know how when
landline,
you're like,
maybe?
yeah, like when you're on a mountain or something and they
Let's
have
go find the
a little
nearest
toll.
payphone.
Okay.
No, not a payphone, but like a visiting center.
I know what you're talking about. There is an emergency line on the wall. You can see if it's still connected if you want to go check that out. I'm going to need a luck roll from whoever wants to use it. Roll only one.
Not me. Somebody else.
I'll
did.
make the call.
All right.
I'll do it. Oh, I'm a second too late.
Too late. Yep. Younger. Go ahead and roll me a D6 all by itself.
All by itself. I hope a
All
1 is a
by
good roll.
myself.
I have bad news for you. So
It's not.
as you pick up the phone, you look down and the cord that is attached to the actual phone itself is just disconnected. Like,
Aha! I try to use my technical expertise to splice the wires together.
solid move. Go
Need
ahead and rely on your
training.
skills and training.
Okay.
Sabotage.
See, he's very familiar with wires. It's how he makes bombs. Well, how else would it work?
Hey, if I can fix heaters, I can fix a payphone
I
with a
can fi-
disconnected wire.
If you can
I
make a
don't think
bomb,
that's
you
the
can
same
fix
skill
a phone.
set.
I have an outdoor wood burning
Make a
stove, and it has
bomb, you can
wires that
fix a
I've fixed
phone.
before. So
Oh, I thought you meant like a radiator heater.
no, like outdoor wood burning stove that heats up water and stuff. Well, that's ass. Uh, that's a total of 3.
Total. Yeah. You successfully connect the wires. Everything's going great. You're like, yeah! And then you look at the pole that it's connected to and it gets hit by a cannonball that just shatters it into pieces.
Well, that's not gonna work. I think we should just run back.
At this point, it would probably be just as fast.
Okay. I guess we run back then.
All right, you do so.
But do we all run back, or one of us?
Taryn says, I think it'd be smarter for you guys to for us to stick together. That way we don't get lost in the chaos.
Aaron, the smartest of us all.
Back in the tunnel.
They grow up so fast.
So, as you guys make your way back, I'm going to need 3 separate checks from each of you. Sorry, I'm chewing over here. First one
What?
is just a straight luck check. Second one is testing your skills, so use your bending abilities as we move through the cities. And the last one is a push your luck check.
Are these still just 2d6s each time?
The luck check by itself is just a straight d6. The other 2 are regular rolls.
Okay, cool. All right. And we all need to make these, or is
Yes,
it
please.
just... Okay, let's see.
Oh,
First
okay.
roll.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, start with the
First
luck roll
roll
for
is-
everybody.
1d6, right?
First roll.
Yes.
Got a 2.
Rough.
First
Yeah.
roll for Rith is a 5.
Rough.
Hmm.
Oh, 5? Isn't that pretty good for a luck roll?
I mean,
Out
it's
of
on
6?
D6, so probably.
I mean, 5 on d6, yeah. I don't really have anything that goes for luck. It's just a straight d6 roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing positive. Five's fine. Don't worry. Just give me your numbers.
Dark
Rough.
got a 3.
A 2, rough, and a 3, rough.
I don't
Taryn
like the fact that Rith was the highest one to roll.
is a 2. Hey, guess what?
I
All
don't
of us
like this.
with even numbers, you all get a +1 on your next roll. All of you that had odd numbers have a -1 on your next roll.
Oh.
Oh, yay. Okay.
So-
Mixed up look rules.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the
Okay,
second roll was
The second roll is just using your skills and training. And tell me how you navigate through the city with your cool skills after you do your roll. Whether it's a good roll or a bad roll, I'll tell you how it turns out. But how
Can
are
you
you
say that
trying to
again?
navigate?
Can you say that again? You cut out for me. You said skills, and that was all I heard.
Skills and training roll. So the main roll you use for like your bending and stuff.
Yeah, but you said how, like describe how, and I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
hear that
sorry.
bit.
Describe how you're using your skills to get through the city quickly, and then I will tell you if you succeed in trying to do so or not.
Okay.
Does Taryn have one of those like the airbender gliders?
He doesn't actually. Oh, I can get out of here. Have air scooter yet? He hasn't mastered that technique.
Shit.
Okay, so on my roll, I had a +1 from having the even number, but a -1 from it being focus.
Okay.
And I got a total of 8. And the way I'm doing it is I actually have, I know it's not necessarily applicable, but I'm using essentially like the chart a course action, right? You gave it a different name before, like the technique, except you allowed me to use it previously in a different format. I don't remember the name
Gotcha.
at this exact.
So I already told you what kind of roll you're making, so stick to the roll that I told you. You're just using.
Yeah, so I got an 8, but you told me to describe how I'm doing it.
Mm.
I'm like, since I have a skill like that, that's the skill I'd be using.
Gotcha. So you're taking the time to plan a route and give it to all of us, so we all have a similar way to go to make things faster for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you do that, and with an 8, it goes pretty well. The only downside is,
The city's being.
Yeah, I mean, so you can either take 1 fatigue, right? And not worry about any kind of consequences, or you all can take, or you specifically can take a condition.
I'll take a condition.
Okay. So the condition is, sorry, I'm right here. Afraid, because falling buildings are terrifying. All right, next up.
Are we still
Me?
doing our? Is this going to be the push or luck?
I still need the rolls from everybody. The only person who's told me anything so far is Younger.
Oh,
It was
okay.
the skills and training roll.
Yep, I'm gonna. I already rolled. I rolled a 10,
Okay.
No way.
and I am specifically. Rith is using his usual knowledge of having, traveled around with a bunch of merchants and everything. He's seen a lot of cities, and he's developed kind of a sense of understanding how they're usually laid out, where to go to sell your wares, and so on and so forth, where the best spots to set up a shop is, everything like that. So he's gonna use his like prior knowledge from being a merchant's kid to kind of like navigate this city and try and like find a path.
Okay. So as Younger's plan falls apart, you are able to give interesting or detailed around the bend ways to get around collapses and things. All right. Looking at you, Frozen.
Oh man, I rolled an 8.
Okay, good. You still
That's including my -1. This is a 9, but my -1 makes it an 8.
okay.
And so I mean, all my skills and training is throwing around water. So I'm like, there's sewer systems, there's wells, there's my own water supply that I carry with me everywhere. And so I'm just like throwing up jets of water or blocks of ice to deflect debris and shit that's fallen and trying to keep us clear. There's a really big block and I just pull all the sewer water up and freeze it at the same time. So just a wall of frozen gross.
I don't like
If
that.
if there's a
floating
thing of
pickles
fire,
in
you can just sprinkle it down with sewerage.
So
It's an overall
Hey
good.
man, whatever moisture's at hand.
so your
Don't like
consequence
it.
is because of how much water you're using up and where you're pulling it from, you're kind of not nonchalantly just yeeting water into your use, right? One of the things you use is someone trying to put out a fire on a shop, and you will stop them from putting out that fire. Or you can take 1 fatigue.
Nope. Fuck that shop.
All right, that shop is
Pardon
on
my
fire.
French.
You have lost 1 karma. Congratulations.
Not his character. His character don't care. Okay. Cool beans. And last but not least, our defender.
So I crit again?
Dude!
2 in a row.
Relying on
Three-
skills and training.
Three
On the
in-
last one too.
right.
I can negative crit.
On the same freaking thing. Another rely on skills and training.
You're just ready, prepared.
Yeah, I think that it's very much because Kwang is a metal bender more than an earth bender, doing the old web slinging across the temple. You know what I'm talking about.
Can you?
You're
Can
so
you,
you're
like,
over there
metal
just kind
bend
of
the-
bolting things back together with metal shards.
I'm trying to get across as fast as I can. So I'm hooking to like shops and I'm hooking to other kind of like surfaces and then swinging forward.
What do you?
He's just whipping out the
swinging on
metal wires
cables.
Yeah. What are you
Just-
swinging
and
with?
pulling a Spider-Man.
Just like Spider-Man, there are no buildings where you swing.
Spider-Man in Kansas is way less scary than Spider-Man in New York.
Don't I
He
know
fires
it?
one of these things, it hits a cannonball, and he just keeps on going with it.
My dudes is 2 zip codes away from me. I know.
Okay, so you bap your way through as quickly as possible with a max roll. There's no consequences for you, so you're good to go, even with your -1.
Can I take a consequence to remove someone else's consequence?
No.
Okay. Hey, I'm out here for the hustle.
I
Alright.
appreciate that, but no. Next, you guys have made it back to the Abbot's stronghold, and sitting out in front is a very important piece of equipment for the group. An unmanned wannabe mech is waiting out front for you there, Younger.
He-Man! Iron Man up!
All right, you get in your mech, and there's a small note written in a very familiar handwriting to you that says, "Looks like you forgot something."
Is it my wife's?
It's definitely your
Did I forget my wife?
wife.
Better be.
She packed.
Why
you
is that a
like
question?
she packed she packed you a burrito. It's just like
Where's she at? Is she safe?
Aw.
Is she hiding under the Abbot's chair? What's happening?
You don't know, but you can assume because of how friendly you become with the abbot that she's probably in the stronghold with her, or at least in the stronghold itself.
Okay. Well, this might be my final stand. Let's go.
Hey, I love that for you, Longfang.
He's got a love note from his wife.
And a mech. She loves me. I still don't have stats for that, by the way.
Again, think of it kind of like bending. It kind of just does what you need it to do in the appropriate moments.
Plus 27 to all strength related checks.
Right, but terrible accuracy.
So anyways, we relay this information that we collected to the Abbot's forces.
So, one of the couriers that you guys have come to know over the last 10 months comes out with an instruction manual, or whatever you want to call it, a quick scroll written by the abbot that's in her writing. And it is directing you guys to take care of the airships. The troops can be minimized and funneled into the appropriate places, but she has nothing to deal with the airships. Since there are 2 metal benders with you guys, you're the best chance she has at dealing with the stupid airships.
We have to invent an anti-air gun. We have the technology.
Do we have to respond?
And I'm just
to her?
thinking, how are we going to get up there?
We don't need
And
to
then
get
I'm
up
looking
there.
at your mech, and then I'm looking up there, and then I'm looking at your mech,
Throw things.
and I'm thinking that you can throw us.
Or throw bombs. Like flat
Or
cannon
throw bombs.
style.
Do we have any bombs made?
Younger always has some bombs made, but they're more personnel
Bombs don't
grenades
always
than
have
anything.
bombs.
Yeah.
I mean, fragmentation is
You-
fragmentation.
You said that the planes were pretty shabby last time, so if they're that shabby, then I mean, even a
These-
hand grenade is accurate.
These are not
These are
planes.
airships.
These are full-on airships. You know, the thing you flew in
We
on that got
just
shot
need a-
up by a squad of planes before it crashed.
We
Gotcha.
just need it to puncture
And we
the balloon.
repurpose an artillery system.
Like on one of
There
those
isn't
boats?
one.
Are you talking
Sure.
about one of the boats that are on the ocean?
No, I meant like there's none on this island.
No.
No, they don't have any.
What about the thing we flew in on? It was super decked out.
It was.
Not
It's
here
not.
anymore.
I was going to say it left 9 months ago, but you know.
It could have came back, you know.
No, it was like a one-way thing.
No, it
Look,
makes
I'm
good-
still thinking that our best bet is to have him throw us up there.
That sounds like the more fun answer too.
Okay, I'll do
So
it.
I'm here for it.
I will throw you, and then with a small piece of metal, and then you can turn yourself into the bullet.
What happens to you? Are you going to be left behind?
I
You
am.
set the thing on autopilot?
My wife is here.
He's gonna stay down here and help with the ground forces. The rest of us are gonna go up and try to take out all these fucking airships.
So I have not news for you guys, but I have news for you guys. There are 3 large airships flying at you. There are only 5 members of this group. If you use Younger to yeet you at a thing, that still only leaves.
I mean, by then we're in the air. We can make some. That's where Plan 2 comes in.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so I guess the question is, do you guys want to try and solo an airship yourself, or are you going to go up as a squad?
So the question is,
Squad.
do you feel badass enough to solo a thing by yourself?
No, I
How
don't
quickly
feel
do we
that
want the
dumb.
game to end tonight?
Do you
I
feel
don't
badass
that
enough
dumb.
to metal bend one of these metal ships into the other metal ship?
Okay.
No, but we might be
maybe
able to use the
Taryn can do
weapons
that,
on
but
one of
not
the
this
ships.
guy. Exactly. We could pilot the ship
I
and
s-
crash
I
it
say
into
we
other
squat it.
ships.
I was
We
gonna.
squat it. We hit the lead ship, and or one of the back ones, and
We
take
should
that
choose the
one out.
one in the
Take
middle, so
control.
then
Use
they
those
can't
weapons to take out the
crossfire.
other two.
So that they can't crossfire, because then they might hit each other, but you guys can both shoot out if you guys take over the middle ship.
So I will say they're not like in a line. They're coming from north, south, east.
That's dangerous.
Okay.
They're hitting the city. The concentrated fire is down, not across.
Have you ever seen any World War II bombing runs? They're always in formation.
I say we take out this one in the north.
Okay.
We'll take it over. We'll try to use its weapons to take out the other two before they can get too close.
Or whichever one is in the direction of the sun, so when the other ones look at it, they have a hard time seeing it, but you have no hard time seeing them.
Younger, what direction does the sun rise?
Not the. I mean, it rises in the west.
Okay, so the one direction there is no airship at.
And sets in the east. I don't know what time it is.
It's a really good question. Let's find out. $9 p.m.
There is no sun.
Yeah, it's dark as all hell.
But we're in the poles, right? We're at one of the poles.
No, we're in the East Air Temple,
We're on the
Air
equator.
temple, yeah.
so it's kind of in the south. But yeah, no major lighting effect one way or the other with it.
Mm.
I don't like you throwing us in the dark.
But they usually have lights on the things unless they're turned
They're-
off, especially if they don't want to shoot each other.
Well,
Unless they're not worried about shooting each other.
that and they're firing things, so it's really easy to see them every time they fire. It's not like they're moving fast. They're airships.
I'll throw you right at that cannon. Hope you get there before it reloads.
Good grief.
I'm still down for it. Let's go.
Okay.
Fucking fuck.
I'll figure out.
Yes.
Don't worry, guys. I'll figure
Yeah.
out what the hell I'm doing after I figure out
Alright.
what you're doing.
So
We're
I
going.
want Quang to go
We're going to
flying
this
in the
northern
air.
airship. You're going to throw us. We're going to kick ass. We're going to take it over. We're going to kill the other two airships with it, and then we'll be back.
all right, I'm
Son of a fuck.
I'm gonna roll a D6 to see what airship of the three that you hit importance wise. Oh,
That's a good. That's a good O. I
That's
like that.
that's
O.
not a good O. That is not a good O.
You hit the flying teeter totter that was just zooming by. It's like one of the squad drones. It's not even one of the main three.
anyway, as you
No,
load up,
you hit the one with bow on it.
as you throw your peeps, you metal benders. So between you and Taryn, gather up a whole bunch of scraps of metal and make the people bullet, as you will politely call it, right? That Younger can yeet. It's basically just a pointed metal cap that we all fit in, or that you all fit in, I should say. And Younger, you need to press your luck to yeet this thing at full power.
Oh God.
And
Or we
I
die.
have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can I activate my fighting technique overpower to quote unquote throw a punch with all my weight behind it and mark 3 fatigue to do additional consequences?
I will 100%
Ooh.
allow that and give you a +3 to your roll.
Bet. Okay, so I need to do the push luck. Oh, that's my favorite. Let's go. Oh man. How's a 13 sound, baby?
13
Oh.
13 sounds perfect. So, consequences from you pushing your luck, you still get something, but something pays off for your boldness. As you yeet at full speed, you burn out your mech. It is shattered, right?
No.
I hate that.
Worth it.
Okay.
But you will notice that in your throw, you hit a plane. You didn't destroy it. You just hit it. Splooted the pilot. You just saw red mist as the bullet
Oh.
flew through the cockpit.
That makes sense because the target's supposed to be stunned.
Well, everyone
So
who
the
watched
ship
it
is
happen is
stunned.
stunned.
Stunned forever.
But this plane comes in and hits softly into the upper walls. You might be able to salvage the plane and use it for your own purposes, as you are technically crafty. You've never flown a plane before, but maybe you could pick it up.
If we push the plane, can you start working on it while it's moving, and then we are
Oh,
technically
yeah.
building the plane as it's flying?
No. You guys, this is a totally separate cutscene. You guys are
Oh,
flying in a
oh.
bullet. You're about
Okay.
to hit the side of this ship like a CIS squid ship digging into a capital ship, is the visual that I'm giving to you. As you rotate into the thing. So he threw you, and again, you guys are just spinning like you're in the Gravitron. Just
Perfect spiral. Just
Airborne Titan torpedo.
100% what just happens. You guys hit the bottom deck of this ship, and the whatchamacallit, the tip that bursts through flares open to catch the edges, which is intentional. You and Taryn are doing this on purpose, right? So you can't accidentally fall out. But you do so, rip open the thing, and sitting in front of you is a squad of bow levers. But they're a little bit shocked. What do you do?
ice prison.
Okay, roll it.
You're under arrest.
So I'm going to tell you guys this right now. We're going to kind of cut scene through this bit because you're not going to, unless you get into a one-on-one duel, we're using skills and training, and you're telling me what you're doing. So you use an ice prison to freeze all these yahoos. Make your roll.
9.
9 is good. So you do it imperfectly. You can either only freeze half the people, or you can take a fatigue to finish them off.
I will take the fatigue for that one.
Okay, you do so. Your ice prison freezes everyone in place, and they're frigid. A couple of them seem to be breaking out as they are waterbenders and are resistant to that, but the vast majority of them are out. Who else would like to go? The people on here are Iron, Terran, and our handy dandy defender.
All right, I'll go. Why not? So let me see. That is a 12.
What are
I'm
you doing?
basically going. I'm going to grab some of the water that I have in this water skin and immediately just basically kick them off of the entire airship, like send them smashing through the windows outside, and then like fall into the water.
Okay. Do you have like water whip?
Yes.
Okay. Then that's what you do. You just do a tendril of water whips and whoosh, 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 whoosh. Again, it's really simple because most of them are frozen, and if you focus on the ones that are moving first, you get it. And you rolled an 11?
12.
12. Okay. Then no consequences. You're good to go.
Woohoo!
So, what do you guys do next?
Move to the upper decks.
You are
We got to try. We got to either take control of the airship or take control of the weapons.
Airship.
So you want to head to the control room?
Bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bridge. Okay. You make your way towards the bridge. Along the way, you're going to have 3 separate encounters with small groups of people. Again, we're going to cut scene through the fight. Andrew, I'm going to let you do the roll for the first group.
Okay. What's the stat?
You can use rely on your skills and training. You can use trick. You could do push your luck. It depends on how you're getting by these people, right? You get to make any of those rolls. You're telling me what you're trying to do to them. I mean, heck, you
Okay.
could even use intimidate if you really wanted to.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, these guys are believers, right? I'm pretty scary when it comes to having authority over ne'er-do-wells, outlaws. So let's see. I want to see if I can. My mind is like trick, but it's asking me to roll with passion, but to tell them to get out of the way, to
Okay.
pretend like I work here. Okay, so that badge of authority is what I'm trying to use in this moment.
Okay, dokie.
Okay. So on the 7 and 9, they do it, but in lackluster fashion. They say they need something first to be able to do it, or they do it, but they're going to ask to talk to my superiors. So we're gonna roll passion here. That's a +1. That's I got a 10. So I hit, full hit. So they can do it, but in a lackluster fashion. Say they need something first to be able to do it, or do it, but they're going to talk to my superiors.
Which one are you doing? Plead or intimidate?
Badge of authority, which is you have some badge or symbol of authority from your background, something that makes you someone to be listened to, if not well liked or entirely respected. When you give an NPC an order based on that authority and the recognition of it, roll with passion.
But wasn't that authority only over Triad and Daily members?
It doesn't necessarily specify. I want to seem like just like because I'm in the thieves guild or the triad or whatever the case is, and these guys are also kind of like outlaws and ne'er-do-wells, so I figure I could give that energy.
Okay, cool. So sorry, I was trying to figure out what this categorized under. This falls under plead. Is
Lead? Oh, I thought it was like trick.
so trick. You get to pick a couple things. If you're trying to do a trick, it's wrong with creativity.
Yeah.
Pleading is
badge
wrong with
of-
harmony, and intimidating is already with passion.
It's one of my moves. So it's more like intimidation. Yeah, I hear that. But it asks me to roll with passion.
Yeah, so intimidate rolls with passion.
So
So-
in that case, a 10.
Okay, well, on a 10 plus, first you pick one that they cannot choose. So you can choose them to not run or escape to get back up. They will back down but keep watch. They will give you a few stipulations, or they will attack you but off balance. The GM marks a condition on them. So
I
you get to
don't
pick.
want them to back down and keep watch.
Okay.
That second one I don't want them to do. Yeah.
Okay, so they tell you, all right, we'll get out the way. We just got to clear it with our supervisors. giving enough time as they're reaching for a little on-deck radio for Taryn to do his thing. He's going to rely on his skills and training, and he's just going to take the bolts out of the head and into the group of people. Oh, it's not good for them. It's not good for them at all. 11 total. You just saw Tara just rip the bolts out the wall, and they're pinholed to the other side violently.
Peacefully?
No.
And with
No.
care and understanding of the lives that they live outside of this job?
No.
What kind of
Yeah,
thing
right.
have you
They're-
been doing where you're
They are
taking
straight
any-
stapled to the wall.
I just.
It's called pin
I
a
ju-
fly to a tree.
I mean, that,
Unintentionally?
he
That's
literally
actually it.
just took the things out of the wall and went directly over. He didn't really aim. He just throwed really hard. I do want to remind you that he has been trained by a warlord fighter, a criminal underground Yahoo, and an intense physical trainer have been his 3 masters. And then not to mention his father/grandfather on the boat. Taryn is not a gentle avatar. He is
Cat.
he
as-
is the next Koshi.
I don't understand how that's relevant. As an educator who's been teaching for 12 plus years, who runs Dungeons and Dragons on the weekends and at night, and my kids are getting pregnant at 13 and 12 years old, I don't understand the relevancy.
What?
Yeah, because I'm not teaching them to fuck. There's nothing about me that relates to their life experience. I don't understand how it's relevant. Who taught them is how their personality comes out. Or the choices
That's
that they make.
you don't live with your students like Taryn did, you know.
A slightly different relationship, but yes.
Educators? I don't know, man.
I
I'm
I
just saying,
see
the
where
word
you're
platonic
coming
exists
from.
because Plato didn't have sex with his students.
Still a child, Taryn. Still a kid.
Taryn's not a kid anymore.
By your standards, I still call him a kid until he has to not pay fucking car insurance from his parents. I ain't hearing it.
Fair. Fair.
He's not. His dad's dead and his mom
Yes.
disowned him.
I think we understand what I meant, and I think we understand what you're trying to do.
No, I got you. Anyway, yeah. Well, again, think of who he's with. Have you guys ever taken anything ever easy?
Yes. I helped them orphanage kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was before he was with us.
We're not going to talk about that, you know? He just
I
asked
said-
if we ever. He didn't ask if it was relevant.
The
Regardless.
majority of our combat has been like within the context of like coliseums and tournaments.
Fair. But that was several years ago at this point. Regardless, not all of them are dead. Some of them are.
They are all wounded.
They're all wounded. You guys can have a conversation with them later, yes. But that squad is dealt with. Time for the next one. As you guys run along, this one has an armed squad. They are fully decked out. They all have weapons. They wheel them at you. Who's doing something?
Water whip.
Okay, roll your skills and training.
I'm glad that I have a good amount in skills and training. That's a 10.
Okay. So, you use your water whip to do basically what you did to the frozen people below. Oh! Go ahead and roll me a d6 really quick and see how effective it is.
You said roll a d10?
D6.
Okay. This? Roll the 4.
4 is good enough to get all of them off the boat.
Woohoo! I did it.
You guys continue on, and the next area comes up. Frozen, I think it's your turn, yeah?
Mine are Terrans.
Definitely, Taryn went last. It's your turn.
The avatar
Okay.
gets 4 turns.
Same thing. These guys are all armed.
Yes, same thing. It seems like a smaller squad, but they're definitely like ready to go.
Yeah, you know.
Also, at this point, you guys hear an alarm going off.
Of course we do.
Well, I mean, to be fair, 5 minutes ago you guys crashed into the side of the ship as a bullet. So
Yep. I kind of don't want to show these guys any mercy, but I'm just gonna ice prison them all.
okay, roll skills and training.
4 is 8.
Okay, I was
Plus 1 is 9.
Okay, 9's good. You hit. You still have to deal with some kind of consequence or take a fatigue. So the consequence is you're gonna freeze the door behind them, which is the fastest route to the bridge, or you take a fatigue and it's fine.
Man.
I'm gonna take the fatigue.
Okay, so the door is not frozen, but the yahoos in the hallway are. You skillfully slip by and make it into the control room. Dun dun dun.
It's not a control room, it's a throne room. And there's Bo waiting for us.
Man, you
The
keep
control,
ruining my
not throne
story.
room.
Okay, ruining my storyline. Gosh, no, actually,
He was
it's
actually
just
in the tiny plane. He was actually flying it,
that was
and
Bo.
I inadvertently killed him.
No.
That was the real reason I got pluses to my roll because
Anyway, no, regular crew and whatnot. They're shouting orders, yelling commands, trying to figure out what happened outside their door, and then you guys burst in. Super Defender, it's your turn to do something if you would like. What would you like to do to these yahoos on the bridge?
My gosh, I don't want to tell them to surrender because we're fucking killing everybody and being loosey goosey with our attacks.
I mean, to be fair, the guys that just got frozen aren't dead; they're just stuck in place.
they were frozen by Frozen.
Yeah, I mean that's just another way that we've been stun locking people today.
I could have water knifed them all.
Stop! Why?
Would have taken some time.
Why
but-
do you have to up the ante?
Listen,
What do we?
Me
What
and
do we
him
do?
could
How do I
both
get
water
them to?
watch. We could have shanked
how-
him with water.
How do I get them to chill the fuck out? Is it a balance move?
Would
You
you?
could
You could try and use your moment of balance if you would like, but usually
What
that's
was
like
that?
defending against something, right? For you,
Okay. Mm.
I mean, but there are two
Is
other.
it plead?
Yeah, you could be like, put down your weapons, or we're gonna kill you, or something. Again, you're a criminal.
Yeah,
act like it.
I'm just gonna be like, hey guys, I'm doing the kindest thing I could possibly do right now. And telling you to please stop fighting because if you don't listen to me, these fucking psychos have been murdering everyone that I've seen or turned them into living popsicles. And I don't know when that
Hey.
shit turns off. So I'm doing the
Hey.
kindest thing I can for you right now and just fucking quit, bruh.
Make your plea.
Howdy. Please.
Hey,
Okay.
I take
Oh.
offense to that. I
Before
just made them dive off
How
into
about-
the water.
before you roll, unless you've already rolled.
Yeah, I did. I rolled.
Okay,
already.
that's fine. What'd you roll?
A 10.
A 10. Hey, good roll. Then you probably wouldn't have needed what I was going to do for you anyway. So
Okay.
I was just gonna ask if I could help by like doing some like frost sickles over my hands.
100% what Taryn was going to use. He was going to use the help action to bolster your roll. But he didn't need to because on a 10 plus, you get the plead succeeds. On a 10 plus, they act now and do their best until the situation changes. So as Ice Knife McGee 1 and 2 are over there, you guys have successfully taken over this airship. But we're going to
Okay.
cut scene down to the city really quick. Younger.
Oh yeah.
You have made it up to the wall finally to see this not destroyed but damaged aircraft. Again, it looks salvageable. You only have to fix a couple things before it might be able to take off. You will notice something interesting about this one. Is it's a little bit bigger, and instead of the propellers that you saw before, it looks like it has some kind of combustion engine on it.
Buddy.
I know how to work them. Okay.
Would you-
First thing I'm gonna do is sorry, bud. Rip off my shirt, take his.
Whose?
There's
You said
nothing
you-
left.
I thought you said his head was blown off. Just his whole body gone.
He got turned into purple mist or pink mist.
He
There's-
did, not his clothes. It's just sopping wet. You know, it's like this color now.
That's not
He's
how that
wants to put on the empty bloody clothes. That's
Yogi,
wow.
you've seen what happens when people get hit with 50 cals. Imagine that, but bigger.
Yeah, there's still some clothes.
Yeah, like
the
his pants. You want his pants?
Sure,
You can
I'll take
take. You are now wearing. You take the time to disrobe this man and put on his pants. You are now wearing pilot pants. Congratulations.
Okay, and I take off my shirt.
All right, you do so.
Okay, I smear some blood on me. Anyways, I
got sound effects.
Why?
We get sound
There's a
effects.
plan.
Okay, you do so.
Okay, I would like to get this airship up and running. Rely on skills and training.
Okay,
Question mark.
yes, that'll work.
Okay. That would have been an 8 plus. That's oof. Oof! 7.
7 is still a success. There's just a consequence. Okay, so you're able to get this thing up and running. The downside is one of the fuel canisters attached to these jets is not stable and will explode randomly in flight. Or you can mark a fatigue and you'll fix it before you take off.
Is there any way that I could take the one that was in the machine that I was in before and put it in this?
Too far away. I mean, you could run back and go and do all that, but if you're trying to do something in a appropriate amount of time,
I just don't want to have only one fatigue going anywhere.
that's rough. That's a choice for you. Again, it's random.
I'll take the time.
Okay. So you take the time to fix it. You take your one fatigue. You get in this would-be plane, right? You've never flown a day in your life besides maybe that blimp thing that we kind of floated down on the last time we crashed.
I might have flown. You don't know that. I could have had my pilot's license.
You want to make a luck roll for it?
Yeah, I want to make a luck roll for it.
All right. If you roll the number 3, you have flown before.
The number 3. What about 4?
It was close, but not quite. You thought about it in the summer one time, but said, "Nah, I don't need to learn how to fly a plane." Anyway, you take off. I assume you want to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Right, push your
is there a chance that one of these ships is what launched these planes from?
Yes, it is very likely.
Well, that's gone. So that's a 4.
Okay.
And a 6. So that's a 10 plus passion. So that's a 12.
Your luck continues to be your best friend in this game. The stupidest choice has been taken, and it has succeeded as our handy-dandy Long John flies in the air at rapid speeds. Now, mind you, this isn't like a World War II jet or anything like that. It is just a combustion engine throwing... It's basically a rocket with the directional wheel.
Fun fact, I actually, in real life, responded to a plane crash that used a car's combustion engine that was an experimental plane that crashed in real life. So I can imagine just using a regular combustion engine for this. But that was a prop plane, a propelled plane. Like a Cessna almost.
I was just gonna make the joke that you're a Warhammer orc from 40K.
That's what it feels like.
And you're like, just, it's literally just like
you hit it with a hammer, it works.
Strapped to your back.
All right.
If you believe hard enough, it works.
So, you're flying a plane now. Not necessarily well, but you'll get the hang of it. Where are you flying it to? You know which thing you threw your friends at? Are you going to go somewhere else? Or are you going to kind of... What is your plan in the plane here?
I feel like I have 2 choices. So, in this fleet, where does it look like the quote-unquote carrier is? In the back?
Those 3 giant ones that are acting as giant trebuchets also seem to be where the planes are coming from.
Okay, so the giant blimps as well?
No.
Oh, the ones on... So there's 3 different ships that are...
There are 3 different ship size. There are the ones that are flinging the big rocks that are basically giant trebuchets. And that are throwing out the planes essentially, and then the ones that are carrying troops that are holding 50-ish people a boat. and then the airships themselves that are doing a lot of the cannon work that isn't from the boats.
I feel like the smart idea would be to go to one of the gunboats.
Okay.
And
Alright.
kamikaze into it.
That's an option. I'll give you 3 descriptions, and you can make a choice of which one you decide to kamikaze into.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is a sleek black vessel. You'll notice it has a good majority of aircraft still on its bow. And you'll also notice that these things get launched by the same catapult that throws rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So sleek black, lots of airplanes. Second one is a red vessel. It has a giant snake twined into the side, fire breathing from it. You'll notice the ammunition it is using is specifically fire tainted. It doesn't have a lot of ships left on it though. And last but not least is kind of your middle grounds. It's a green ship. It looks like a reconfigured Fire Nation vessel. It's got a little bit of painting and whatnot. Again, it's green. There are some ships on it, but not a lot.
To do the one with the most planes.
Okay, the sleek black vessel.
Yeah. And then I would like to fly and act like I'm coming for like a resupply or whatever. But like as I'm going in to as well as land, I want to shoot the planes specifically to make it so that they are inoperable for takeoff.
Okay. So are you going to dive out of this, or is this actual kamikaze goodbye character?
I mean, I'll try to survive. Like walls can't hold me, like do that and then like jump into the bridge or whatever, like out of my plane since there's no cockpit window to prevent me from such.
Okay.
Maybe use the ejection thing if there is one to like propel myself into it.
There is not, but go ahead and make a push your luck roll at a -3.
Can I use my walls can't hold me skill?
Oh, it's not what's going to hold you. It's what you're going to fly into that's going to murk you, sir.
Hopefully the wall.
Hopefully not the wall. That's how you become Splatty McGee.
Come on, baby. Well, that is a total of 9.
You succeed with the consequence. You break 3 limbs of your choice upon landing, or you take a fatigue.
Does my fingers count as limbs?
No, but a hand would count as a limb.
Okay. I will take a left hand.
Okay.
I will take. This is going to be rough. 3 limbs? I only have 4.
Well, I will let you. 3 major bone systems. How about that? So you've crushed one of your hands. That leaves your wrists, your shoulders, all that fun stuff up into this way, and then like
my wrist, my elbow, and my shoulder. Just
okay. So narratively wise, you use that to break your landing, and it breaks your body. You can feel it crush up and down from top to bottom. That limb is never going to be usable again. But
it's okay.
But you lived for now.
Yeah.
You spent all your ammo on the boats, hitting the remaining planes as much as possible. You did a pretty good job. I'm gonna roll really quick to see exactly how many you got. Okay.
I got
so there is only 3 planes left. Out of the like 16 that were still on the boat itself. So you did a great job. The biggest thing you did, though, is your plane crashed into the trebuchet that A, launches them, and B, throws the ordnance at the city itself. The downside is you have a very angry-looking person right next to you, and you recognize his face.
Yeah. So, just one sec. I believe that's Bo.
You would be very correct.
When you enter a fight against your adversary, clear all fatigue and become inspired.
All right, you're dueling Bo. We're jumping back to the airship. Cutscene. Airship McGee's. You have control of the ship. What do you want to do with it?
I paint the side of it McGee.
I want to use it to take out the other airships.
Okay, how would you like?
Specifically the one Bo's on.
Bo's not on an airship, and he's on that black carrier, and you guys have no idea. But
Carrier. Okay.
you will know that you definitely saw a ship just completely foobar into one of the ships below you and cause a big old ruckus.
There's only one person I know who's crazy enough to do that.
I'm not a human bullet, but I can fly a plane.
All I can imagine is the one old dude flying the biplane into the mothership at the end of Independence Day.
Hey boys, I'm back.
Back!
Perfect. Okay, so looking at you guys, what do you want to do? There are 2 other airships still flying about. There are 2 other carriers that are, well, technically 3. The black one that's on is still in operation, but it's not going to be doing. It's disabled essentially. There's 2 other carriers, and then there's all the boats that are now landing on the island itself.
So our job was supposed to take out the airships. They said they could handle the ground troops.
Correct.
We need to take out the airships. So I say we use the weapons on this airship to target those airships and take them down.
Okay.
Okay.
So to do this, you will have to trick or plead or push your luck or intimidate using one of those 4 skills to talk the crew into actually attacking another ship, right? Or like telling the captain to tell the crew to, hit another ship. You guys basically have them all captured, but there's, it's such a big ship that they can kind of do what they want without orders.
I'll intimidate them.
Okay, you're gonna intimidate the captain to make him order him to do what?
To attack the airships.
Okay, there are 2 airships still in the air. Do you want to attack the one in the south or the east? The east is obviously closest.
We'll attack the closest one first.
All right, go ahead and make your intimidation roll to see how well the captain follows your commands. Or, sorry, not even intimidate. It might be... intimidate is not the right skill because that makes them, run away or attack you. So... Same thing with trick. Pushing your luck and plead are probably more of what you're actually going to roll.
Okay, well, I'll push my luck then.
Okay. Roll it.
We got a 6 and a 4 plus passion. That gives us 10.
10 even. All right. Your boldness pays off despite the cost. So as you charge towards the east ship, you will notice that the ship that you are on is carrying a ridiculous amount of explosives. The captain is very wary that of attacking the ship directly because he tells you that this ship has a ton of explosive ordnance on the underside of it. And if it were to go off, you all would die. So he is hesitant to attack, but you've pushed your luck into having him talk to better to try than to just get killed here. So he's going to attack the other ship with his guns, and let's see how that does. How that goes. Do you guys want high, low, odd, or even?
High low.
So pick high or low, which is good or bad, and then odd or even, which is good or bad.
High is good.
All right, so you want high and then odd or even.
Oh man, both. I thought it was this or that. Even.
Okay, so an even high number. So you're looking at 4 or 6. Is some kind of success. Obviously, 6 being better than 4. All right, you get a 4. So you succeed. The other ship is attacked, but not destroyed wholeheartedly. So it gets a counterattack, and now they get to roll the opposite. They're rolling low odd. So 1 good, 3 okay. 4. They don't do nothing.
Ha ha!
Okay.
All right. So you guys again, same roll. Would you like the same stats, or would you like to switch it up? This time I'm gonna yeah.
Let's roll with it. Let's go. Let's
Let it
go.
ride. All right. Let it ride. Let it ride. All right. 4 or 6, giving you a 2% chance here. It's a 3. So nothing.
Damn.
You guys don't do nothing. They're gonna change up to a high odd. So they have high chance of failure, but if they hit, it's gonna hurt. Oh, it hurts. So the second wave comes around and they hit that underside of your ship, which is both good and bad for you. You guys can hear the captain curse and screech and yell, calling you mean names and things as the ship starts to explode. The advantage is you're above the other ship. So you are going to crash into the east ship, leaving one ship there. The downside is you now all have to escape before your fiery deaths. So, how would you like to try and escape? The easiest route. Actually, sorry, I'm not going to tell you until you like assess the situation or something.
I'll roll and assess the situation because I want to know if there's any way we can get from this ship to that airship.
I mean, you can, but the next airship's going to crash shortly thereafter too.
No, the one that hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, the one all the way in the south? That is currently nowhere near you guys?
Bullet.
There's no way to get there.
I mean, if luck pans out.
All right, then we're going to assess the situation and find out. And 6 is a 9.
Okay, so you get to ask one
with a
question.
creativity, it's just a 9.
Okay, you get to ask one whole question.
Yeah, but I don't like either. None of those questions answer my question.
I don't know. What's my best way
What?
out and through?
Okay, what's our best way out?
So you are in the bridge, and there should be some kind of emergency escape supplies, i.e., parachutes, in here. And if you break the glass, someone breaks the glass in front of you, you guys jump off the airship and don't land on the next airship below you. You might be able to parachute safely back to the island. But then you're back in the island with an airship in the way.
Okay.
So knowing that, you get a +1 to your ongoing acting when you act on that answer, so that's nice.
Anybody else have any suggestions?
Not really.
Okay. Would you like to try and do the stuff and the things? Andrew, you're allowed to comment on this. You're in this area with these yahoos.
I'm trying to follow someone's lead right now.
Okay, we're doing the
Paying
things.
attention. Okay.
All right, you're doing the things. All right, so I'm going to need all of you to rely on your skills and training to make it out of here safely. I will roll for Taryn.
9 for me.
7 plus pluses, 8 total. 9 for you. You're good. There'll be slight miscalculations.
9 for me also.
Okay. And Iron.
8.
All right, you all succeed. Barely. So the consequences are you're all gonna take 2 fatigue. Sorry, that wouldn't be fair because you could take 1 fatigue to negate it. Let's see here. Okay, so the consequences are going to be really simple. You guys are going to be able to use your skills and training to escape, however you describe it, and I'll let you describe it in a second. But if you take the consequence, it's going to be there's no way for you to make it to the other airship. Or you can take a fatigue and maybe land on a plane or something that is flying in that direction.
I'm okay with taking a fatigue to land on a plane.
Okay.
I'm down with taking a fatigue.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right. Taryn will also take a fatigue because that would be silly not to. All right.
Yeah.
You all take the fatigue, make your jumps, you're diving, and you notice these silly planes are trying to fly into you. Like, just squish you as you're flying down, because there's no Geneva Convention about murking people in parachutes at this point. But
It will be in the future.
luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance to do something about it. How would you like to board the plane, deal with the pilot that is trying to fly into you individually? So we're going to start with Iron. Iron, how do you deal with the pilot that's trying to murk you?
I mean, I don't know if I can bend water to somehow stop this. I don't think there is a way.
You're over an ocean.
Yes, but I don't know. This we just
If
do
the
that.
moon can control the water, so can you.
Yes, but the moon's not out. I don't know if I can do that much.
It might
but
be.
I
It's
can
9
try.
o'clock at
It's
night.
9 o'clock at night, yeah. Plus 9 o'clock plus at night because you guys have been goofing
Is
things
it?
up for
Is
a
it
while.
a? Is it
Is it a
a
full moon?
lunar eclipse? Just so happens to be today, right?
That would be
been-
bad. You guys know how bad that would be for you, though, right? Because Bo's here.
I mean, so it would make sense, right?
We have two
Then
water benders here.
then
With
yes.
Bo.
All right, you guys are empowered. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'm fucked.
The rock. If
Bo's
you
inside. You
want
can't see the moon.
Frozen, if you can help.
That's what you
me,
get for saying the moon.
That would be great.
Anything to help.
Oh,
my
I can
teammates.
help.
Yeah,
I got like
just-
a dozen water knives ready to roll.
I was just gonna say we just like you guys know the thing where you just like clap that, but with two waves, just smack. Like you're trying to catch a mosquito right in front of you. Just yeah, exactly, younger.
Yeah, we could do that.
Or we just do two knives, two
One through
giant
each eye.
water knives. Either or, really. I'm down for suggestions, but that's all I
Knives
got
look
right
like
now.
this.
Yeah, you just
I was
clap
just
'em.
saying, we take out the pilot, and then we can take the plane.
Fair enough,
Right,
but
because
he's
we're
kind of
trying to land.
okay. Fine, then let's just do that then.
Okay, so you rely on your skills and training to accurately throw a water knife through a pilot's eye as he's flying at you at high speeds.
I mean, he sees the whites of their eyes and he throws it.
At a -2.
Okay, I will roll this. I'm glad that just barely cancels out most of my skills and training, so I still get a plus. And it's an 11.
Total.
You're not going to believe this because it's the first time I've ever rolled it,
All one.
but it's got a max roll.
Oh, okay. Hey, final
yeah.
session dice rolls, baby. Let's go. All right.
Yay.
Avatar needs to roll his thing. He watched you guys just ice mark those guys. He's like, I could do that.
Stop it.
My turn.
You're a child.
He just says my turn. What's this?
Yeah, 10 total with dice. So three. All the water benders over here just throwing mean things. Earthbender, what are you doing?
Is the plane that we're trying to land on like effectively ours or like
It's 4 different
we can board?
airplanes. You guys are landing on 4 different airplanes that are trying to run you over.
Is
Individually.
the thing that's like the thing that's holding the pilot seat together made of metal, or is it glass?
I'd say it's probably made out of metal.
Okay, I would like to try and pull it off.
Okay, you just ejecto cedo on him.
Yeah,
All right, roll
yeah.
skills and training.
I wanna hit their ejection button. Feels the JD. Oh man, I'm fucking on fire. It's a 13.
Okay, all of you just
Damn!
okay. So the 3 ice benders are like ice knifed through the face. Dead pilot is how we erase this problem. And then the earthbender's like ejecto cedo, cuz
Go gadget ejection seats.
Go gadget final session rolls.
Murder comedy. I love it. So You guys, Merc the pilots land on the planes. I need you all to roll a luck check because none of you have flown besides our handy dandy Earthbender because you've flown once before. The last time you were
This
playing
is still just a
Human Bullet.
1d6, right?
No, sorry. Push your luck. Not just
Oh,
a straight
okay,
luck roll.
okay.
Push your luck.
Okay. We all need to roll this, right?
Everyone except for Andrew. Yeah.
Okay.
And
In
then-
that case, Riff got a 6.
Total.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh no, I didn't add.
Modifiers.
I didn't do any addition. Okay, I have an 8.
Okay. Better.
I
Sorry,
got a 10.
You're good then.
forgot to add the things.
Taryn. Sorry, Taryn has definitely not flown a plane before.
3.
Don't jinx me like that. It'd be way too funny for how the avatar goes out.
Flown a ship. This is an airship.
6
The
plus
mini one.
pluses, he's fine. Barely. So, you guys all will have something not great happen to you, but you succeed. As you guys fly this thing, it's really hard to fly, so I'm gonna pick a random vessel for you to land crash on. You're trying to get to the airship and there's only one of those, so that's good. But let's see how fate decides where you actually land. You have a third of a chance of making it on the airship. We're gonna start with Iron. Iron, high, low, middle.
Middle.
Okay, 3 or 4 are good for you. 1 or 2 lands you on the ground. 5 or 6 lands you somewhere in the water. Safely, you'll live.
Okay.
5. All right.
In the water we go.
In the water you go, and it's the negative reaction of in the water, so you don't land on a vessel or anything. You're just like straight in the ocean.
This is not how I pictured this, but it's could have been way worse.
You can keep it afloat using your super skills.
You don't
Oh
need
my
to fly
God,
anywhere.
we're just gonna
Now
go
you just have a
surfing on
motorboat,
it.
like one of those propeller, like the air propeller boats that are.
No, Younger, you're thinking too small. Younger, you're thinking too small. I now have a weapon made out of metal on water.
Yes,
It's called a kite and torpedo. They were
we just
real
built
thing.
We just built a freaking torpedo. Okay, good to
I
know.
have a torpedo.
Anyway,
Torpedo.
Frozen.
Whee! I'm gonna need help for this because otherwise I will probably kill myself with fatigue.
Frozen. Top, bottom, middle.
I'm gonna go for middle also.
Middle also. All right. You are granted the luck of the gods, and you will make it to the other airship. Andrew, you have 2/3 chance of making it to where you want to go because you know how to fly. So, do you want high or low?
Hi.
High. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6 are all good for you. And 5 and 6, or sorry, 4, 5, 6 are all going to be a positive reaction.
So here's my question: does that mean 1 lands him on land, 2 lands him in the water, and then the other ones all land him on the airship?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Number 5. Okay, so positive reaction across the board. You and Frozen's character both make it there. So Dirac and our handy dandy Kwong land safely on the ship. Which, when I say land safely, it's more like you crash successfully.
Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Exactly. Would you guys like to see if you do damage to the airship by intentionally attacking it, or are you going to try and actually land safety and not take any chance of fatigue?
I will take the chance that I can do damage to it.
Okay. So, to do so, I'm going to have you burn 3 fatigue.
I don't have that many fatigue.
Okay, never mind then. You're landing safely.
There's a potential that this could be repurposed. I don't want to damage it.
Okay, so you also, quote unquote, land safely.
Mhm.
Okay, both of you are there. Last but not least is Taryn. Taryn's gonna take low. I'm gonna roll low. See if low's good. See what happens from there. That's a 3. Okay, so I gotta inverse it. So 3, 4 this time are now Land. Okay. Terran has been forced back to the mainlands. And you are effectively split up. Cutscene. Younger getting picked up by the would-be what's left of his destroyed arm with a very angry looking bow in his face. The
I
moon
have a
shines
question.
in the background. Yes.
I assume that he's kind of surprised by this.
Yeah, surprised, angry? Yes.
Instead of taking a normal move or technique action, could I use an item and expend my inspired to inflict it on Bo?
Depends on the item. What are you trying to do here?
Spirit cuffs. I want to put spirit cuffs on him. One of the 2 items that we got, because he got the spear, and I took the cuffs. And I want to put him in spirit cuffs so he can't use his bending.
That is a wild choice. I will 100%
Oh.
allow it.
Okay.
We gotta say,
But-
Quick up, pull up my
but-
cop cuffs. Whoocha!
But I need you to rely on your skills and training to do it one-handed.
Hell yeah.
You are going to take a negative from having a broken hand, though. So take a -2.
Okay, so -2 plus 2. So that's just a straight roll. Unless I don't think I could do anything in that. A total of 7.
That's a success. You do so imperfectly, but you do so. They're on him. You slap them on there good. They're not on there super tight, but they're on him. Or you can take a fatigue and they're on him well.
I will take a single fatigue to do
Okay.
that on him well.
That maxes you out on fatigue, right?
Nope. I went back to no fatigue
Oh, right.
as soon as I entered combat with him.
Because you're angry. Okay, got it. Noted. Check. Okay.
I'm not even angry. It's just I met him whenever I encounter my foe.
Right. He's like, I got that dog in me.
Now I'd like to initiate combat.
Okay.
that's exactly how
So-
I am when I meet somebody.
How we're gonna work this out so you guys all have equal playtime here is Younger. We're gonna do a round of combat and then I'm gonna go through everyone else and their cutscenes and we'll kind of just keep rotating that way. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Your duel has begun. Dun dun dun. We're gonna start with you. Bo's pulling his card. You will know the full moon is out. He is empowered.
Is he?
He's still empowered, even though you've yoinked away his
No bending? I mean, what good is the moon being out if he can't bend?
That's a really good question.
He turns into a werewolf, clearly.
Clearly, your abilities are naturally stronger in the moment. So it's just literally the moon's out. He's ready to fight.
Yeah, I'm also inspired, so that's cool, right?
Yeah. Inspired or
You gave me inspired.
oh, okay. Inspired is good, but it just shifts your balance.
Yeah.
Fight is a
Can we
long
cancel
time
each other's
coming.
inspired so we're just like equally not?
Okay. Anyway, I pulled his card. What are you doing?
I'm gonna beat him up.
Okay, so assault and attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Flipping
Fan-
the cards. He is going to evade and observe. So you go first. Make your roll.
Okay. High numbers, baby. That's a 10 plus whatever. Is that passion? I hope. God, please. Yes, advanced attack. It's so 12.
You got him. You get 2 actions or 1 unmastered action.
Ooh, okay. My attack action is going to be initially I am going to mark angry. I'm going to take an additional action fueled by anger.
Okay.
So now I make 3 attacks.
Terrifying.
My first one is going to be again using my overpower, so he will be stunned. And I will mark. Actually, I don't know if that would be a good idea. I'll do it anyways. Risk it all. So I'm going to mark 3 fatigue And then I'm going to use pinpoint thrust to go straight for the target with precision and accuracy, inflict 1 fatigue, to inflict 2 fatigue and impaired on my foe.
So you've stunned him. You're gonna hit him with that impaired. What else are you doing to him?
And he takes 2 fatigue.
He takes 2 fatigue. Okay. Anything else?
And then I'm just gonna do a regular strike.
Okay.
No additional.
So he gets to pick shift balance.
Yep.
He'll take the shift balance. That's better for him as an NPC.
Okay. And I think that's all I can do. So that round.
Okay, it's his turn.
He's stunned
Right, he's stunned. He can't
and
do nothing.
impaired.
Can't do nothing. So he'll get rid of the stun. He'll retrieve 1 fatigue because he's still empowered. But he can't do any actions or anything because it's stunned. So stun goes away. That's it. All right,
Okay,
next person on our cutscene. All right, Torpedo Boy in the water, Iron.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Okay, so is the ship nearest to me have friends on it?
Allies or just personnel?
Allies.
No ships in the water are friendly to you.
No, I meant like, did any of our guys land on them?
Terran landed on the ground, and the other 2 landed on the airship. And this is not the big sleek one. It's one of the closest one to you currently is one of the small people ships. You didn't land too far from the island.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm going to launch this into the ship.
Okay. Relying on your skills and training to turn your now crashed plane into a wannabe torpedo.
Here we go, boys. Let's see what I get. Oh, man. This is perfect. I got a max roll. This session knows.
Good douche.
This session brought to you by the rule of cool.
This session says 13s or nothing, baby. You do
There
so
we
with
go,
with
boys.
minimum problems. You're like, I know exactly how to propulsion this jet straight into the side of the ship. You know that you've taken down a 1/6 of the fighting force because you sunk their ship before it even got to the port. Now you're floating in the water, but you feel good about it.
I'm in my element.
Literally. Okay, so cutscene to our boyos on the plane. Our defender and our handy dandy prodigy.
All right. Quick question. Since we're empowered, even though I'm not in combat, am I getting fatigue relieved?
You clear 1 fatigue at the end of each exchange. So the empowered really doesn't help until you are in combat. Narratively wise, though, you're feeling strong, so you feel like you could do more than you usually could.
Okay. Cool. In that case, I don't really care about taking this one over. I don't know how he feels. I don't know if we landed near each other or not.
You want to roll for it, odd even?
Sure.
All right. Odd, far away, even, nearby.
2.
Yeah, you guys landed close, within yelling distance.
I'm gonna shout.
And for narrative purposes, you guys landed on top of the thing. Basically, you used it as a wannabe landing strip, put some holes in it, but not enough to sink it.
I'm gonna shout. Do you care about these people?
If you can afford to care, yes.
I'm looking
Right, you're
around
in
at the
budget.
damage down at the city. Can we afford to care?
Not really.
All right. Then I'm gonna try to do the maximum amount of damage I can, freezing shit along the way.
Okay. You do the maximum amount of damage that you can while empowered. Go ahead and roll a rely on skills and training, but give yourself a +2.
That's the water version of slash and burn.
Just freeze all the important gas.
Rip
I'm
and
turning
flip.
things into liquids.
Focus strike.
Ha! Everything's condensing and condensating. Suffer.
Just pull the
Nine.
salt out of the ocean.
10.
Yeah, it's a mineral. That's a metal or like a
You do so
You know?
without consequence.
Oh, wait. With the thing, it's a 12. With the +2, it's 12.
Again, without consequence. You were relying skills and training. You did so perfectly. So you're through just freezing the heck out of this poor plane, and it is suffering heavily. Jumping over to our Earthbender, what are you doing to goof up this airship? You see your ally up there just freezing things.
turn everybody into Lot's wife.
Kwong.
Are there still airships?
This is the last one. I mean, there's still planes kind of flying around, but this is the last airship.
Okay, so we feel confident that the directive we were given to deal with the air situation, we did that. Like that's a box checked.
It should be yes.
Okay. Do we know where LGF is?
Long John?
This is a call out. Yeah.
You again. I had you guys witness me moment as he crashed into the black ship. So if he is alive, that's where he's at.
What do I got to do to get there?
Jump, dive, hope for the best. Now you have proven that you can do the metal burst thing. You've done it before. So ripping out a section of ship and turning it into a metal bullet isn't out of the options for you.
Iron Man up.
Or you could fly this ship into it.
If I think that Long John Feg is 1v1ing on a ship, then I think I'm within the bounds of my moment of balance.
Oh.
Okay, what are you
Okay.
planning here?
So let me just understand the situation.
Sure.
I am on the surface.
You are on the yes.
Right.
Currently,
I'm on the water surface.
No.
On a carrier. Okay.
you are
I'm
in
on
an airship.
dirt.
No, you are in the middle of the air on an airship.
Okay.
You have landed
I'm
on the
in
top
the middle
of,
of the airship, but Long John is on a boat.
Correct.
Yes.
Below you,
Which
not
is
directly.
way okay.
And Iron is on the previous airship, which is now in the water.
No. He was on a plane that was in the water that he turned into a torpedo and took out a people carrier boat.
So
He is,
if we
he is
did
now
like
floating outside the city, hoping not to
Floating outside
drown
the
or get eaten
city.
by sharks.
if we took a protractor
Uh-huh.
and put it on the airship, what
Uh-huh.
angle away is Long John from me?
Like
Like directly 90 degrees under?
137. Something kind of just out there.
This is
Okay.
180.
Yeah.
This is 90.
So that's
137.
far.
Yeah, it'd be a jump. You'd be risking your neck to try and hit the ship. It's also in the ocean and semi-moving, right? So like
Create a wingsuit, have metal flaps. Turn yourself into the plane. You are a Gundam. Embrace your inner metal bending.
Well, I mean, now that you said it, I can't do it anymore. You fucking took the idea out of my hands. Okay. I need to think of something else now.
Okay.
Um
So
Turn into a jet.
time out. Previous experience with what you've done already is turn into a bolt and kind of just angle yourself the best you can, you know what I mean, and basically tail dive into where you need to land. You could again become a bird, and make your way over there. You could give up on getting to the boat because it is considerably far away from where you guys are at currently. and you can
Yeah.
help deal with the ship that you are on and guarantee it crashes outside of the city walls.
Yeah.
Or you could again turn into a bullet and land inside the city, so you know that you're safe near Terran, because that's who you're protecting this session is Terran, not Long John. And Terran is in the city fighting yahoos on the streets.
Yeah, but also Taryn beat our ass. Like,
Yeah, he's a whole ass man, child.
I do hear what you're saying though. I think is Taryn like 90 degrees underneath me?
No, the city's a bit off.
A bit off,
Yeah.
but much closer than the ship that I'm trying to
Yes.
get on
It
with
is.
Bo and
It will definitely be easier to make it to the city than to make it to the ship out in the thing. And not to mention, there are two other ships. One of them is actually even closer than the sleek black one that got crashed into. You're right above the red ship.
and if I get off of this, I'm effectively abandoning um
Frozen.
uh
Here.
yeah, exactly. Abandoning Derek
The Rock.
the Rock.
I'm empowered freezing shit all the way down as I go through this ship. Like I'm
He having a good time. Don't worry about him. Tell
I'm
someone
getting the
shoots him in the
thumbs
head or
up.
something.
It's like
I'm
real
getting the
life. Me
thumbs up
too.
over there. Okay. Shit.
I'm having a
Shit,
good
shit, shit,
time.
shit, shit. Uh, is my plane still okay? I
Your
tried to
ship,
land it safely.
yes, yeah. With your stuff, it will take a little bit of time to get it back in operational, but yes, it is usable.
And then I'm gonna spend that little bit of time and try and fly towards Terran.
Okay, how would you like
Yeah,
to get it?
forget the moment of balance.
Okay, forgetting
Head's
the
gone.
moment about you see that your friend has this ship under control, and you're like, I gotta go defend my man, gotta go protect the boy. Okay, go ahead and roll your skills and training as you pilot the plane safely into the city.
I've been rolling Seals of Trading like over and over and over, and I've been getting fucking bananas and pajamas rolls here. It's getting to the point where I don't trust it. These days are too hot, and they're gonna blow a gasket. But here we go. It's a 13.
What the?
I can copy paste it because I'm
No,
rolling on
you're
roll
good. I
20,
believe
and the
you.
numbers are stupid. Yeah.
I'm glad that your dice rolling app fucking works.
Gosh, right. I've never had a dice app roll that good for me ever. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Easy peasy. You land the plane next to Terran as he's fighting off Yahoos. You see him using his full breadth of skills and power, and he's throwing people left and right. And you'll notice he's not murking all of them, but he's not really saving anyone, right?
50-50. The
Alright.
true balance. You die, you live. You die, you
Well,
live.
you will know that his ice bending is deadly and his metal bending is deadly. His earth bending, air bending, and fire bending
Firebending.
don't seem to be killing people. They just seem to be stopping them. But those two that are, I focus on icicles of doom, and I focus on very pointy, sharp objects that I throw at high speeds. Mark. The other elements that he is using are not so much.
I would like the things that you have more control over to not kill people, thanks. It should be the things you're not good at, which is going willy-nilly.
I think you misunderstand. He is good at the railgun. That is his calling.
You
Get a
can
new
become.
calling.
Anyway, pew pew pew, fighting off. You land next to him. He looks like he's about to goof you up, and then goes, "Ah, hey, friend." Wow. So
I
man.
guess like a back-to-back kind of fighting stance, as I think that's everything I should be able to do.
Okay, you do so. You mock him for a second, get out of the plane, and assume the position. All right, back to Younger on the boat. Exchange
Are you
round
sure?
2.
Sure it's me and not the guy who's driving the boat plane?
He already did that.
Oh, okay. Then it's my turn. Okay.
Frozen's action was to freeze the ship. He is slowly crashing it into the city.
Believe it or not, I'm my choice is evade and observe because I'm fatigued.
Ah, well, your boy's taking a defend and maneuver. And he is going to. He has 2 actions currently. So he's going to. Oh man, this is actually not super helpful for him. He'll seize a position, and activate retaliate. Now, obviously, he doesn't know what you're doing, so it doesn't really help. But yeah, he moves into position to gain the favored status, as he takes the high ground above you in the control room. Not that he hasn't had that the whole time, but whatever. And then.
Oh, he's at a -2 for all physical actions, if that matters.
It does. Actually, it just takes away one of his techniques.
Cool. I'll take going away technique.
Yeah, so he instead of having 3, he only had 2. I already said that already. So
Okay.
sees a position, better anything. He now has favored for next round, and then the retaliate if you attack him this round.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
Roll it. And don't forget to remove your fatigue.
Remove 1 fatigue, and that is with a creativity. So I have a +1. So I have a total of 7.
Okay, you get 1 action.
I will choose the switch up your style, footwork, weapon, bearing, causing your foe to second guess your next move. Mark 1 fatigue, so the one I just got, I is now marking.
Okay.
Just say to become prepared and force the engaged foe to reveal their choice of approach before you choose during the next exchange.
Okay, cool beans. We can do that. Let me remind me next time. I will pull cards now so you will know later.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. You didn't attack him directly, right? It's just you changing your footwork and all that fun stuff. Okay. Yep. He has his negatives. He's not looking happy. Again, he's still trying to deal with the stupid cuffs you got him in.
It's my turn.
That's your turn. Torpedo boy in the water. Are you gonna try and make it to land?
Yeah.
Okay. Rely on your skills and training. Make it to land.
9.
Drowned in the sea. 9. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. With a 9, you still have a consequence, so you can come.
I look like David Hasselhoff from the SpongeBob movie.
That's not a consequence. That's a plus.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you
okay.
can either land right next to an enemy vessel with enemies popping off of it, or you can take a fatigue and land somewhere safe.
I'll take a fatigue. I have a few more I can burn.
All right, so you make it to land, no problem. You make it. Flyboys, or I guess in this case, singular flyboy up in the air, frozen.
Yeah. What's the state of the ship?
It's crashing slowly, heading towards the city rapidly.
Heading towards the city, but I got to get to the ocean.
Okay. What are you going to do to divert this thing's course then?
Is there any way I can use my bending to make the rudder turn towards the ocean?
That would be something to do, for sure. You could also assess the situation and see if there's something that would pop up and be the quote-unquote answer.
Oh, sure. Make me do it the right way.
OSHA. Violation.
7.
Okay.
So,
One question.
What here can I use to get to the ocean?
The bottom of the ship, like the first one, is lined with explosives. If you set those off, the ship will go boom, boom immediately, and you can use gravity to get to the ocean.
Oh. Well, I want to do that then.
Okay. Would you like to rely on your skills and training to somehow set off these explosives?
Yes.
Okay. Make your roll, and we'll see if it happens.
Uh, focus.
Sounds right
7.
to me. Total of 7. You succeed. So you using your water knife abilities, I assume you just kind of hit the explosives or something by the explosive that ignites to set them off. Does it sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right. After making your way down there, setting off the explosion goes off and you get thrown off this airship. You can either be knocked out for the rest of combat or take fatigue.
I will take the fatigue.
Okay. You wake up several minutes later floating in the ocean with bits and pieces of flying boat about. There's a
All right.
there is a kindly crab dolphin pushing your head above the water.
Thanks, dude.
It chitters at you with its claws.
Mr. Krabs,
All right.
we all know that Avatar universe has half animals. What's the other half? Huh? Huh?
It's a crab dolphin. It's a crab dolphin.
Oh, that's terrifying. Impossible creatures much? Great game.
It's like a crab with dolphin skin.
That's weird. Have you ever felt a dolphin? Like, they're
Yeah.
not like scaly. They just
No,
feel like
They're
regular
rubbery.
skin.
Yeah. They're
No, they're not rubbery. It just
They're-
feels like you're touching a person with like who
Exactly.
shaved their legs. It's weird.
You don't describe people as rubbery when they're all wet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's never been a description that's come to mind when looking at wet people.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
I want to say that sounds like an Alaskan thing, but I don't know.
That's much more tame than what I was gonna say.
Okay.
You guys put the full DM and DM. I get it. I get it. So you're in the water, crab dolphin keeping you alive currently. You're probably not feeling so hot is the best way to describe it. I'm gonna also give you a condition just for pulling this off.
Oh.
You are going to be insecure.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly because you don't know what is and isn't broken currently. You essentially set off a 500 kilogram bomb 10 feet from your face and survived.
All right. So I'm going to assume, just for story, that the next rotation or two, all I'm going to be doing is assessing like myself and figuring out how wounded I am.
That's probably a safe choice. Jumping to on land for the Avatar and his handy dandy defender. What are y'all doing? What's going on? Continuing to fight off the horde, I assume?
Yeah, I believe so. Is
Okay.
it just like when we do combat, just a generic hit a group?
Yes, generic
Okay.
hit a group if you would like to do skills and training, or you guys can tactically retreat somewhere to not be surrounded by enemies. Though you
Does
are
it
with
look
the
like we're
Avatar and
losing?
you are doing just fine.
Okay. Well, just
Let's just put it like this: no one briefed the soldiers that they'd be fighting the Avatar, and they looked disconcerted.
they don't mind that they're fighting the Avatar?
No, disconcerted.
Right.
No, they
are
look very
concerned.
concerned. Yeah, disconcerted means they're not concerned. So they're concerned.
They're wearing masks. You can't tell. No, just kidding.
Oh.
Yes, concerned.
Okay. Well, I mean, they fucking should be. Yeah, I'm just gonna
You're on the
I
wrong
mean-
side of history. You waterbending Nazis.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm with the guy who does a lot of the boom boom, and I'm the protection guy, so if you're saying I'm just gonna participate in combat in the way,
If you would
and
like,
he's not
yes.
getting hurt, then it's just whatever the narrative version of combat is. So it's rely on skills and training.
Yes.
Alrighty, I got a 10.
Okay, no problem, no issues. You successfully fight more people off. Go ahead and take me a d6 and multiply it.
Multiply by what?
I'll tell you after you roll.
I got a 1.
Then by 10.
So 10.
So
What does
yeah,
that mean?
you took out 10 Yahoos in this round.
Oh.
Remember, there's
Oh, okay.
250-ish enemies to deal with from the landing vessels, and that made it to the shore. So
All right, so each of us have to punch 10 times. Got it.
yeah, right. Terran over here using his thing, he gets to roll 2 dice. Hey, found where all our ones were.
Is it Terran?
Snake eyes, baby.
Terran over here. Pew 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 pew. Ah, dang it.
Irritable.
He gets quite a few more than you, but like he's struggling. You struggling, he's struggling. It's a fight. These guys aren't going down easy. All right, back to our cutscene of Bo on the boat.
I get to know what he's doing.
Yes, you do. He is defensive maneuvering.
Okay. Cool.
Taking out 10 people in one turn, it ain't nothing.
Defended maneuver is risque. Okay.
Especially because there's no conditions stopping him from doing anything this round.
Well, I mean, he's still impaired unless he did something to remove impaired.
He took the negative action last round.
Oh, it's not a. So it's not just a constant thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Once you burn it for that round, it goes away. It's kind of like stunned. The only ones that don't go away are trapped or empowered or inspired. And
I'm going to do advance and attack, despite the fact that I probably shouldn't.
Okay, you're advancing and attacking. He gets to go first. He has 3 actions at this point because he's shifted his thing once. Oh no, sorry, 4 actions because he's favored. But
You might be screwed.
But on a plus
You might
note,
need the avatar.
on a plus note, he can't use his bending powers. He's just gonna have to beat your ass the normal way. So he is going to take a ready to action to get prepared.
He's defending and maneuvering, so he can't beat my ass.
Yeah,
Unless I do something.
correct. He'll take a retaliate in case you decide to attack.
Mm-hmm.
He'll seize a position to take favored for next round. And sorry, I'm trying to find a thing here for it. Where are you? It's the opposite. No, it's not the opposite of stun. Where? The opposite of doomed. It's the opposite of doomed. Okay. He's got all the positive ones currently except for inspired.
He should have a negative one called not bendable.
Not bendable. He can't use bending powers currently. I think that's a negative enough. It doesn't get a status card. He will then take the another ready action, so he has 2 prepared because that's about all he can do without his bending powers.
I will roll to see if I can do anything.
Okay.
That's a total of 8.
Total of 8. So 1 whole action.
I'm going to use boom.
Okay, you have a prepared thing, so you can do that.
Yep. So I'm going to use prepared, and I throw a bomb. He takes 3 fatigue to dive away, or marks the condition and becomes stunned.
Okay, he's gonna burn both of his prepared actions to negate that.
Is that how that works mechanically?
You're ready for what's coming. Clear, prepared to take a +1 on an appropriate roll after the roll, or avoid taking a condition. So stunned.
But here's my question.
Yes.
Right, because I used my previous ability to switch it up to throw them off.
Okay.
I don't think that should be necessarily applicable because I threw them off. And I knew what they were going to do. And then I threw my bomb, if that makes sense.
Yes. So what was the negatives from last time? Is all he gets is the you get to know what he's doing, right?
Yeah, so I knew what he's gonna do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying he also knows what I'm gonna do.
He just prepared for it. He knows you. You're a known enemy.
Yeah.
He was ready to catch the grenade.
Okay. It's just. Oh, he catches it. It blows up. Like what?
He just yeets it
He's
somewhere else.
handcuffed. How well can he catch it?
Not well.
Like, like you get what I'm saying?
No,
Like I feel like
I understand. I'm just using mechanics on this one to make life easy. He has the prepared thing. He used it twice. He burned it both up. He can't use it next round.
that bothers me because I can't. Okay, if that's what you're doing, I can't change that.
On a plus note, since he didn't take a fatigue or anything like that, he can't retaliate against you. So
I would rather be retaliated and him get 3 fatigue.
well, okay, sorry. So
Because it also says that yeah, like so.
read boom again one more time because it
Throw a
just,
small prepared explosive into the midst of your foes. Mark fatigue or clear prepared. I cleared prepared into your enemies. Everyone in range, including allies in area, must either mark 3 fatigue to dive away or mark a condition and become stunned.
Gotcha. So he can't not be stunned because that's a status. I could stop the condition, but then he would still be stunned. That's where the goof up was. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna keep the prepared for +1s later. And he will take his 3 fatigue.
Okay.
But with that,
that's really all I can do. I have to take a condition because I have no things.
Wolf. Okay. Steel yourself for the blows. Each time a flow inflicts a condition or shifts your balance, this exchange inflict 1 fatigue on the. Oh, inflicts fatigue. Okay, we're good. So the fatigue targs, you get whacked for a whopping 1 fatigue.
Yeah, sorry, taking a condition. I'm taking guilty.
You're now guilty. You threw a grenade, it hit someone else on the deck that you weren't aiming
Probably.
for, and it exploded.
That's all I can. That's all I can do.
Okay. At the end of that exchange, he's empowered, so he gets 1 fatigue back. We're gonna cutscene here for 2 seconds in between this exchanges, though, just so you guys get some fun details before Younger gets murked by a very angry Bo. He walks over and pulls out a large sword from his mantle. Right, the sword looks very similar to that spear that you guys collected quite some time ago. And he goes, "You think these chains can hold down the soul of the true avatar?" And shatters your cuffs, breaking both
I have a question.
his weapon and your cuffs.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking. I actually had handcuffs on me yesterday. How in the fuck did he cut off the handcuffs?
I'll show it to you. He took the blade and flipped it up and just threw it, and the blade cut straight through him.
So he like moved the thing off and just put his hands out. So he's just like this. He's like, I pick up the blade.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
He anime protagonist did it.
That's a great term. But it did destroy whatever that blade that he had was.
If I knew there was a blade there, I would have grabbed it and lopped his head off.
It was in a sheath. You wouldn't have seen it without looking for it.
I'm a weapons guy. I would have seen it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you saw it. You just didn't get to it yet. But that's the end of that exchange, and he looks angry. You see a familiar sparkle in his eyes.
Okay.
Next. I believe it's the man on the shore that just made it in from the ocean. Torpedo Boy, now Land Boy.
Yeah. Yes.
What would you like to do? Well, you've made it to the edge of the city, onto the outsides of the wall. Luckily, not too far away is a docked boat that has people pouring into the city. Would you like to try and sneak in or something like that?
Yeah.
All right. So, how would you like to sneak into the city? What skills are you using to get in without being detected?
So I'm gonna do what I had done previously and use like my uh merchant's knowledge of like city layouts to try and sneak through.
All right. Relies on skills and training. Also, younger. Just as a side note, mechanic wise, I'm also going to burn his prepared stuff for that, just for narrative purposes to even things out a little bit.
10.
Okay.
10
10.
success, no problems. You are the sneakiest of boys. You continue to ruin my plans. Yes, because of your
Die.
knowledge of the port, it is very simple for you to get by and sneak by these troops as they're pouring in to fight. You are undetected this round. Moving on to Frozen. Frozen, you're in the water, in pain, suffering, still alive.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I mean, I might be hurting, but I'm gonna move towards that big black ship.
Okay. Big black ship you are heading towards, using your cool water bending techniques to kind of push yourself along, basically turning yourself into a ski doing protege.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and use your skills and training with a +1. Actually, sorry, you're empowered, so +2.
Woohoo. Uh, Focus is a 10.
Okay. You're good. You make it to the edge of the ship and start climbing your way on. You see crews putting out fires and trying to fix things. They don't seem to be paying much attention to a person climbing up the edge of the ship. Is there anything else you would like to do? Oh, and above you, we'll just narrative scene this. You hear an explosion, a familiar sounding explosion.
Oh, I'm gonna move.
All right, you start heading that way. Cutscene back to the inland. Avatar Defender, still circled and fighting off enemies. Same role as before, I assume.
I'm trying to think of like, so how much time has passed since the last time we rolled?
A few minutes.
A few minutes have passed.
Again, we're kind of just cutscene between everyone as they're moving along. So you've just defeated your
Yeah.
10th person from your last roll.
I want to tell Taryn that this is, they're holding us back. We need to get to everybody. Does he have anything that can get us onto that ship?
Taryn looks over at the airplane that you flew in on and points, and then you see him throw a rock at someone and hit him in the face.
Okay, so I'd like to instruct Taryn that we should get on the ship that I flew in on.
Yeah, there's, but the people here. You guys are always talking about doing the greater good. I got to protect the people here, don't I? Who
No,
cares
that's
that-
the lesser good. That's not the greater good.
What do you mean the people? Who's the greater
That's
good?
the
Then,
lesser.
friend?
Everybody else, like the big number, not the small numbers.
Okay.
Not the battle, the war.
Well,
Yeah.
What is going to go help our friends besides helping our friends? Going to help with anything on a large scale? Isn't it better to save this city?
Right. And beating up these one or two guys is not going to save the city. We need to go after leadership. And that is a very big boat.
He goes,
And leaders are on big boats.
okay, fine.
I make sense.
you go ahead and make a plead with the avatar here.
10 again.
God, just keep rolling it. Why don't
Why
you?
do you want me to fail? Why
Flames
would
and
you?
bombs.
Why did you wish the
Flames and bombs are going
opposite?
to keep on coming regardless of how many foot soldiers you kill.
Okay,
The
so
dice gods are really
you-
smiling on us tonight.
You have talked Taryn into it. He'll even help you take off. Right. So since it's a big metal plane, You guys are both metal benders. You guys don't really even need
Just,
the engine.
just
You gotta
pick it up and throw it.
over the plane. It's not really flying. It's just metal bender hovering. It's not as fast as the jet, but it works.
Yeah, good.
So you have 3 ships you can go to. You have the black sleek ship, you have the red one, and you have the green one. And I'm gonna
Any
tell
of them
you,
have like a flag or something?
all 3 of them do. They're all obviously
Shit.
important ships.
Yeah. Okay. You said you're gonna tell me what was you're gonna say?
Taryn looks mortified looking at one of them.
Is it just Dad's ship?
It looks very much like a ship you've been on before, the little green one that I described earlier.
Okay.
Landed?
Do you want to go on that ship?
I mean, no, yes, maybe.
He knows that ship well. He'll gain the favors, empowered, everything status.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you, friends, since there's no one else to give me bullshit. I'm a little concerned on who and what is on it. The
Confront
last...
our demons.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
So you guys, I'm gonna cutscene you guys. You guys make it to the other ship, crash safely, and on the deck is an old man in flaming red apparel. He looks ready.
It's Tugaslar! No! Just kidding.
Nah, fam, it's Grandpa.
Want to know more, Grandpa?
So, you are now in an engagement that you will switch in between the other engagements. We have 2 engagements back and forth. Somehow you all split up, merged, and are coming back together just in time to fight big bads.
Priest for these engagements.
Iron DM suggestion is go help the abbot.
Okay.
Nah,
do
screw that
then.
lady.
I mean, you don't have to, but you can.
No, I mean, I'll listen to the DM on this one. Fuck off.
So
Hold up. We helped her all throughout the training. We went and shut down 3 airships. What more could this lady want?
We're about to find out.
That's fair. You took out one of 3 threats. It's like one of 2 threats.
How long is this quest chain?
We are about to find out.
how long is
One
this
up.
quit chain? 17 years, baby. Someone's pregnant. So with that, jumping to combat wombat fighting bow.
That wombat do indeed be fighting.
You
back.
said that they were still stunned from the grenade, so I'm going to take this chance to not die and evade and observe.
Okay, you do so. They I need to pull their card real quick. Sorry. You're evading and observing. They are advancing and attacking, which doesn't help them this round. Just kidding. They can't get stunned. They're too powerful. Just kidding. You got them. They're fine. Actually, wait. Didn't stun apply last time? No, because they went first, huh? So
Yeah.
never mind. You're good. Okay, I'm pulling their next card.
I got a total of 9.
Okay.
I'm going to activate my mastered technique.
Okay. Wait, you
Plan
can't...
a
master
I can't-
technique. Sorry. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
plan a clear. I'm doing chart a course. Plan a clear, perfect path of action. Secretly choose your approach of 2 techniques you want to use next round. So I will write them down now.
Okay.
You can't use the same one twice, right?
No, they have to be different. But I mean, you would want to do different anyway, just so you could have 2 chances of hitting. You only need to do one of them. As long as you don't get pressured somehow before you do your move, you're basically guaranteed to succeed.
So that's what I do. And I end my turn, so I gain a fatigue back.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
We're
Bo
mono.
ends the encounter also gaining a fatigue back from his empowered. His favorite sticks because he didn't get to do anything crazy. So yeah. We are going to take a pause before we move to the next bit, though. Sorry, guys. I need to pee really bad. So, BRB, 5-minute break.
Thank you. I was just going to ask.
Yeah,
I
throw out the
need-
trash then. Bye.
I need some assist ants. I got 1 arm, 1 fatigue, and 2 conditions left. If I rolled better, I was going to do something else, but I didn't.
Oh, I'm muted.
Yes, I could not hear you at all.
Been talking for like the last like 3-4 minutes since I got back.
Sorry
I
that
just
I'm an
realized I was
asshole.
fucking muted.
You're just thinking I'm here patiently listening to you, and I'm not. That's just sad. I've done it. It's fine. That's the downside to not having your camera on is we can't catch that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
just like Roger talking right now, he's still muted. And...
How dare you?
Oh dang.
It's all right. Very soon, you won't even have to worry about seeing me.
Don't say that. That just sounds depressing.
Yeah, right. I'll be right back.
Why don't we have to worry? You're gonna get a fancy camera?
No. I'm gonna keep the camera I already have. I'm just gonna have
Have it hook up?
a persona.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I decided I was gonna give that VTubing thing a crack.
Are you gonna have a moose head?
No. I'm actually I'll be changing my logo too here shortly.
Okay. That'll be cool to see.
Hopefully. I've gotten some of the initial art and done some revisions with the artist. So
that's all. Oh, that's even cooler. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working with an artist. Fiverr. Fiverr's a great place to find people to do my logo art originally came from there, the one I currently have now. But yeah, I found this artist, and she's gonna do the drawing and the initial rigging.
Mm-hmm. Speech animation for the mouth to move.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
It's all pretty basic right now, but if it picks up and takes off, then I'll invest more into it.
Absolutely, that's how it should go.
Yeah,
invest in what works, right?
Absolutely. But I'm excited about it. I think it's a positive move.
No, I wish I was more. I mean, I'm trying to get a little bit better with some of the technology stuff, right? Like I've been messing with art via mostly Rook has great touch of selecting baseline AI art, and then I just completely reimagine it, and section it off, cut it in pieces, and edit the absolute shit out of it. And I should probably use some real software, but I'm just so used to PowerPoint.
Right.
I've done pretty good though. My PowerPoint skills.
He's a gosh dang wizard on PowerPoint. That's all I gotta say.
It's incredible. I surprised myself.
Hey, speaking of surprising yourself, did you check out that new map I made?
I've not seen it.
Wait, the one for PR?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I was checking it out.
What'd you think of all the lore that I came up with? I'm pretty happy.
I'm digging it, dude. I'm digging it.
Oh, I love the lore.
Then you've seen the map. You can't not see the lore and the map. They're together. It's the same document.
I definitely missed it.
It's on there twice.
How did you miss it? It's on there twice. One's even numbered with all of the the places listed.
Stop.
What?
I managed, to do the unthinkable. I'll relook at it. I've been jumping between multiple chats and things, both personal
fair.
ones and that. And I was busy.
That's fair, I suppose.
No, it's not.
Speaking of Power Rangers, we'll talk about that at the end of the session because I'm very hyped and we're gonna talk about it.
Back, by the way.
I see you. Hello,
Sweet.
friend. We appreciate you. Iron.
I'm here.
All right, let's get this door kicked in then. Just
It's their turn.
I definitely meant to click the thing so people could see our faces, and I muted myself like an idiot. Ah, bloopers. Here we go. back into combat. So, the two Yahoos are out of the fight. We're now going to jump over to Iron, who is running amongst the city folk and soldiers running about. He is sneaking his way over to the abbot, yes?
Yeah.
All right. So, you've come to a battleground outside where the abbot was sitting. And sitting outside are the bodies and knocked out peeps,
People.
and whatnot. And standing in front of you are 3 would-be Dai Li members. The rest of the gangs and whatnot have been thoroughly trounced. You only see 1 or 2 Dai Li people laying on the ground.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's time to deal with them.
All right. You are now in combat as well. So let's roll you up.
They're already exhausted from all of their.
It's 3v1. This is a small group of Dai Li versus you. So you're fighting a small group.
Yep.
Just to make my life easier. So they've drawn their card. What are you doing?
I am going to advance an attack.
All right. You
I'm gonna
picked your
hit 'em
thing?
with wait, yeah, because that's
Okay, they're going to.
frozen. Quick question: is advanced attack water knife? Because I don't have that actually written down here.
Yes, water knife is advanced attack.
Okay, cool.
All right, they're going to defend a maneuver. Currently, they have 1 whole action, so they're going to take the retaliate option. They're ready for you to punch them.
Okay.
That's all they can do. It's now your turn.
I mean, I'm smacking them. I'm smacking them with the water knife.
Roll to. Well, you have to roll first, so
Oh, good. Yeah.
you might be able to water knife 7 times. You just got to roll it first.
I mean, I don't know if that would do it, but does an 11 actually let me water knife at least once?
Is it a learned or mastered technique for you?
It's a master.
So then you could do it twice if you wanted to.
Woohoo! Might as well, but I'm gonna get smacked twice, so might as well.
Ah, there you go. Sorry, I was looking for the thing here.
Since he's targeting people, they get a condition and become impaired.
Yep.
Twice?
Well, I mean, there's 3
Or
people.
1 for each person.
Well, it's a group, so they all share their stuff.
Oh,
Then yes, which means they're double impaired, which makes them.
Double impaired.
No, they got to be 3 impairs to be trapped, right?
Correct.
Oh.
But 2 conditions is pretty dirty.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Dirty.
They are now
They're almost
afraid
trapped.
and insecure.
They're almost trapped.
You made them afraid and insecure. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right, their turn. They get 1 action, but since you've doubled impaired them, they get no actions.
Yay!
So since they only had 1, they only lose 1 impaired. But you did give them 2 conditions, which means you take 2 fatigue.
Yep.
But remember, clear 1 fatigue because you're empowered.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the
Which
way to
means I can probably knock them out, but I would be at maxed out. Well, actually, no. If I knock them out this next time by trapping them, then they can't retaliate, can they?
go. Depends on how bad you knock them out, but yeah. Jumping
Well,
over.
okay. I was just thinking if I use water knife again next.
Be dirty, to say the least. Jumping over to our friends as their turn is up. So, Avatar and not Avatar. What are you doing? Old man has pulled his card and he looks zesty. Avatar has also pulled his card.
Okay. Defend. Gotta.
Okay, you're defending
Defend a
maneuver.
Yep.
All right.
So I came to do.
Big Bad In the Avatar, Avatar is also he's taking after you and defending and maneuvering, and the old man is evading and observing. Interesting. So, you're first, and then Avatar, and then the enemy.
Okay, I'll roll. I got an 8.
Okay, one whole action.
One whole action. I shall master technique earth armor,
Okay.
and I will wear the armor of this ship.
Okay, you, because you're a metal bender, I will allow you to metal bend the armor around you, so it's still of the earth, but is metal and not rock.
Go,
Yeah.
Power Rangers!
No extra bonuses for that, it just allows you to do so.
You're bulletproof.
Here for the narrative.
Far away.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a dice to see what style of bending the Avatar is using with his defendant attacks. Ooh, okay. Alright. He's water bending, baby.
Okay.
The only defendant maneuver he has is water whip. Right? Or no, what are the ice ones? Sorry. Breath of ice. That's his, because he does the ice ones for the water bending. So become ready to breathe, shiver upon the cold foe who gets close to you. Any foe engaged with you at any point this exchange becomes impaired until they clear the ice from their limbs. So he freezes Old Man McGee. He says, "To hell with your fire, get froze." An effective tactic, I would have to say.
No, the Burger King's supposed to be fresh and never frozen.
Got him. But yeah, that's he's an NPC.
Wendy,
So
you lied to me.
Welcome to McDonald's.
he's
You'll
got,
be loving it.
He's got one action per round at this point. Enemy has 2 actions per round. And he is using his evade and observe. He's a firebender. Let's see if the firebending stuff has anything cool that he can eat at the two of you. He's going to use a single spark. So you see him power up essentially. He takes a fatigue to hold 1 for 1 to pay for the cost of a technique as if it's fatigue, to inflict doom on a foe you hit with firebending, or to use seize the position no matter what approach you use, in addition to your other techniques. And then his second action.
So he's gonna seize the position with that?
He could. He didn't have to.
Oh, because he didn't hit with a fire technique, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
And it's a choice. He's basically holding a thing to make his next firebending move super powerful.
Oh, okay.
And you've seen him do this before. You'll actually see him ready 2 of these sparks. So you see both of him just kind of consolidating the firebending in him, and you can see the breath of the dragon preparing, as they say.
So, did he mark an extra fatigue?
He has marked 2 conditions.
Okay. But did he take an extra fatigue?
Why would he take an extra fatigue?
Because he's impaired. So he's either got to take a fatigue or have 1 fewer technique.
He's an NPC. He doesn't get to pick. He only does 2. You're right. Thank you for catching that. So no, I take that back. He has one spark ready.
Hey.
Thank you for catching that. Honestly important. All right, that's all he can do, and that's the end of your guys' exchange. Going back to Bo and our boy.
Oh,
What are you doing, friend? What is your plan?
So I tell you my secret thing that I did last round, right?
Okay.
It was defend and maneuver, and the 2 potential things I chose was take the high ground and retaliate.
Okay.
Please get above a 10.
He is also
What the heck
defending
was
and maneuvering. Just so
I got 12.
Wrong one. Wow. That's 2
6
techniques. You can
and
do
a
both.
4. Let's go.
He's
Oh.
advancing and attacking though, so just know that.
Okay. So is a 12 enough to do a practiced and a regular
No,
mastered?
it does the
Okay.
practice without the extra fatiguey stuff, or a basic twice, a mastered twice, or a combo of a mastered and a basic.
Dang it.
Regular means master. Is that what you mean by regular?
Sorry, basic, or
Yeah, basic.
mastered. So you could
Oh,
do 2 basics, 2 mastered, a combo of a basic and a mastered, or a learned / practice.
Oh dang. Okay. Well, I'll activate my practiced then.
Okay.
The one that take the high ground.
Okay. What's that do for you?
I move to advantageous position above your foe, mark 1 fatigue, become favored, and ignore all fatigue conditions and negative status inflicted on you by any attacks this exchange.
Anything?
Yeah,
It's not even the first. It's anything.
anything. Yeah,
it sounds like
just ignore
this
all of
game
it.
though.
That sounds just a lot.
This game do
It
talk
is
that
a
way
lot.
though.
I mark 1 fatigued,
That's
which I don't have to mark because I used the make a plan.
yeah. That just seems broken as all get up.
And it cannot be canceled or blocked.
Right from the yeah. And that one's which one? That's under.
Take the high ground, weapons technique.
Mhm.
Now that I've used it as practice, does it mastered? Question mark.
No.
Damn it. And what is the if
Why
there's
would
no
you
way for me to gain an additional thing, right?
just as a note? Why wouldn't you do that literally every single time? No, not this round.
Because it's practiced, so then I wouldn't be able to deal any damage.
Yeah, okay, but you are correct. You personally can do it, but if you took that as a master technique or mastered it later on, like that combo is just broken AF. But that's okay. You have favored, so next round it'll give you an extra action even if you miss.
Yeah, and I have the inspired, which doesn't do anything. But now I'll be favored.
Shift your balance if that's helpful. Okay.
If I shift my balance, do I get to do another attack?
No.
Okay, but yeah, I'd like thematically for me to like just like since I have like the walls can't hold me, just like put my hand through the roof and like holding me there above him like a monkey man.
I'll allow it. That sounds cool. His turn.
Yeah, I guess he does what he does. Come at me, bro. Come at me. What you doing?
Okay, let me get to his techniques really quick. All right, so he is attacking and evading. I'm thinking if there's anything that would make sense to even hit you with. Ooh, okay. So, hey, you negate any negative status?
I negate everything. Take no fatigue. Take no conditions. Nothing. I am impervious to all attacks.
That's crazy powerful. And it's from all enemies. It's not even just like a one-on-one thing.
Yeah, it's inflicted on you by attacks. They make this exchange.
Crazy. Okay. Well, then he will start with taking 1 fatigue to smash the roof above you. This destroys or destabilizes something in the environment, possibly inflicting or overcoming a fictionally appropriate positive or negative status.
He's underneath me. Great. He gets crushed.
I mean, he's going to obviously move out the way, but it is going to remove your favored.
I don't take any negative consequences.
That's stealing your positive. not
Removing
giving-
my bonuses is a negative consequence.
It's a negative status, friend, not a
I
consequence.
can't take negative statuses.
Yes,
Negates negative status.
yes, but that doesn't stop me from taking your positive statuses.
I would argue
This is like the one thing I can do right now.
I would argue that because it literally says favored, I become favored,
Yes,
and ignore all fatigue conditions or negative statuses.
correct. He's not putting a negative status on you. He's literally just removing your
Oh, that's
advantage. It's not taking
removing
any.
the advantage.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
taking away your favored. It's not doing
That's true.
anything else to you. Because I could literally keep doing. There's nothing else I could take from you. You have one positive status. He's gonna save his favorite, I guess, because he won't need it. He's then gonna use the pressured and make sure that you cannot take a attack and defend next round.
How could he block 2?
Huh?
You said I can't. He blocking my attack and defend.
No. Just the one.
Attack or defend?
The attack and advance.
Okay.
That one. Sorry. They have 2 names for some reason. It fucks me up every time. Anyway, advance and attack. He's blocking you from being able to do that next round. As we discussed on a previous thing, when people use pressure, it replaces whatever pressure was on last time. That way you have some options, so you're not basically stun locked. Because otherwise that's all I do is just do it 3 times. For narrative's sake, for funsies, he's gonna burn the other one and try to make a strike. He's gonna hit you, but it's gonna do nothing because of your high ground.
So he takes a condition, right?
He doesn't have to.
Okay, so just nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so technically, I guess you could choose to shift your balance away from center.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
I shift my balance away from center towards force.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
I don't know what it actually does still. Like, does it add bonuses to me punching people?
No, not really. It just makes you easier to beat up. Okay. Next. That's all they can do. Younger countered the hell out of him, and he said, "No."
I'm honestly just trying to wait for backup at this point because
Well, that's good. It'll be there shortly. Speaking of being there shortly, Frozen.
Yes.
We have one more chance or one more round to get into combat range. How are you climbing this tower to get into the now shattered window of the bridge of this ship? There's a small group of soldiers you have to get by somewhere or another. Do you want to fight them, or are you kind of just gonna try and bypass them?
Well, I don't mind fighting.
Okay. Would you like to do a skill, use your skills and whatnot to yeet them over the edge?
Sure.
All right. You summon a wave. Let's see if it gets him. Roll your roll.
Seven.
You succeed with a negative. So you can either take a fatigue or you can have soldiers remaining that will fight you in an exchange.
I'll do soldiers that'll fight me in an exchange.
Okay, so your next round will start with an exchange with a small group of soldiers.
Sweet.
Okay, next up, Iron.
Yep.
You're next on your exchange. They've
Still
already
in combat.
Yep. They've done their thing. What are you doing?
All right. So I have enough room to be able to deal with this. Just enough. So I'm going to try and if I trap them, does that end combat, or should I just go for another condition?
Since there's only one group, yes.
Okay. Might as well go for another water knife.
Okay. So you're gonna
this is gonna
defend?
be it's advance and attack, not defend.
Okay. So they flip their card and they are advancing and attacking as well. So you get to go first.
Okay, and I roll. Okay, I rolled a 11 again.
Okay. Ice knife 2 time.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get 2 statuses. They only have room for one more. You make them guilty and then you break them. congratulations. I think this is the first time any of you have actually broken someone with their conditions. They scatter. You know what I mean? The two of them that are still limping away, they literally limp out of the way. They are getting out of combat. They are trying to run to save their lives. You have crushed them successfully. Congratulations.
Rick is gonna take a deep breath because he is very tired.
Okay.
But we're good. I'm gonna need to evade the next few things just so I can slowly get my fatigue down a little bit. Is it evade that reduces fatigue?
It does, but you're going to have to be in combat to do it.
Yeah. There's not really another way of doing it outside of combat.
Yeah, you can go hit that refresh, just touch yourself real well, you know what I mean?
Well, refresh I can't do refresh to myself.
You can, it just is not
Yes.
as effective.
I don't think you can. It didn't say it in the.
So it was decided several sessions ago that you can't apply it to yourself, despite what the raw says.
It doesn't explicitly say you
technically, I
can't.
would just be healing myself for like 1.
Yeah, instead of healing for 3, you just heal for 1.
So slowly over time, I just keep healing, but it's gonna take a bit.
Yes.
I'm assuming I can't do that and move, right?
I mean, if you want to sit down where you're at and kind of heal before you move on, I guess we could roleplay that for lit. But you'll waste a whole turn to burn for 1 point of healing. So you'd be in playing combat,
exactly.
it'd be super slow.
Yep.
Narratively, it wouldn't take forever, but in
Oh, man.
I guess I might as well keep going.
Okay, you do so. You make it inside the abbot's spot. And lying all over the place are Dowley soldiers. They are crushed with things. The wind looks like they got sucked out of them. It looks like some of them have ice knives through them, or they've been drowned by water bubbles, or things like that. None of them went out nicely. But what you do hear in the background is crying, like small child crying.
That's
Baby, no!
I assume you rush to the crying child, as it
Not F them.
it is definitely a familiar yell.
yes.
Okay, you do
Might as
so
well. Sure.
at full speed. You make it to the abbot's throne room, and she is sitting there on her throne, holding Younger's child, thoroughly injured. She looks like she is bleeding out slowly. These Daily went for the kill, and the only thing that has kept her around is that she is a plumper woman, and it has slowed the blades, but not for long. Not too far away from her, you recognize a familiar body. They do not look like they're in good condition. She also looks like the Daily took some bits to her, but you do see about 10 Daily bodies all over the place. On plus note, the kid looks fine. What would you like to do?
I can't do much else other than heal them, but I'm gonna definitely.
You might be able to save one of the two of them. So you can choose to save the abbot, or you can choose to save Younger's better half.
Which one
I can see Younger staring at me.
What are you gonna choose? You're gonna choose the fat lady, or are you gonna choose my wife, who's traveled with us?
Sophie's choice, man.
All right, we'll heal Younger's wife up, I guess.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna do for the next while. There'll be a small cutscene for your choice next round.
Well, lovely.
Avatar and your boy on the roof. Kwong the Strong.
I love that. I'll heal your wife, I guess.
Okay, I'm listening.
Evade and observe.
Okay, you're evading and observing. Terran is advancing and attacking because he mad. And the old man is defending and maneuvering. So the old man actually gets to go first. And as his NPC stuff, he didn't have any negative statuses or anything. So he is going to take the retaliate action, and the readied action. So he gains a prepared, and he, if people touch him, he goes, no, hiya.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square.
Yep, definitely what plays.
Exactly what he says.
100%. All right, that means it's Terran's turn. Let me see what avatar ability is using this time.
Terranable.
Younger.
I'm punny.
You're killing me, Smalls. All right, so an aggressive airbending move. What does he have for airbending? You guys remember? He has direct funnel. So he creates a spinning funnel of air that can fire an object at high speed. He marks 1 fatigue. Each ally can mark 1 fatigue to toss an appropriately small item into the funnel, inflicting 2 fatigue on the target within reach for each ally that does. He himself counts as an ally, so he picks up a small piece of metal and eats it full speed. Would you like to contribute to this shenanigans?
Yeah.
All right, you burn 1 fatigue. So the enemy gets hit with 4 fatigue. Bam, bam, bam. This all counts as 1 fatigue action for the enemy. So Terran only takes 1 from the retaliate as a fireball shoots up his tunnel, dispersing it after he fires off the bits. So he took 3 fatigue that round, but did 4. A good trade? Probably not, but a trade nonetheless. And you took 1, so take that how it is. It's your turn.
So if Terran took a fatigue, I would spend a hold with my earth armor
Okay.
to take no, hold on. I didn't divert. I can't do that. I can only do it on myself.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay then. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, so I'm evading and observing.
Correct.
Roll. There we go. 7.
One thingamabopper.
Oh, what Terran did he do any conditions
Nope.
on Grandpa? No
Nope.
conditions.
Just straight
Okay.
up fatigue.
All right. I can do a practiced skill.
Not with the 7.
No, it's 7. Okay. Hmm. So I am going to. No. I like it. Well, I heal 1, right? Even though I took a damage right now.
Yes, at the start of your turn, you take 1 fatigue. Positive.
Okay, at least that's something I can do. I can only do basic and mastered here.
Correct.
Is that what the 7 gives me?
Yes.
Yet. That really put a hole in my plans here. Okay.
This might be an appropriate time to metal bind.
Um. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I want a metal bind. I want to impair.
Okay. So you will take a fatigue as he slaps you in the face for retaliate, but he takes an impair, which is very powerful at the moment. And then you have favored as long as you're engaged with them, right?
I have favored. Um. Yeah, I also have favored just because I have earth armor on.
So that you know that gives you an extra action, right?
I forgot that.
So would you
That's
like
what
But
to?
I
I was
rolled a
really hoping for next round, so I could actually do something.
but I rolled a 7, so my extra action is still in the evasive observes and still has to be
Correct, unless you have
thing.
some kind of move that allows you to do outside of that.
Shit. I don't think I have suction. I don't know why that's there. I think I just wanted to put it for the avatar so I remember what the move does. Bolster. I think I would aid Terran in however way I can. It's a basic technique.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with
So it inflicts a status.
it does. Also, you'll notice that what's his face is not impaired because he's going to burn his prepared. No, sorry, that's a status. No. Sorry, I keep mixing up status and condition. He is impaired. Don't mind me.
So he's impaired from the bindings, and
Yep.
then
And then how do you assist your ally? The appropriate one would probably be prepared, by giving him something favored, by putting him in a better position.
I would rather do favored
Inspired.
if that's possible.
Favored. Okay. Yeah, you can totally give him favored as you lift him to a better position out of Grandpa's angry fire bending reach.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 is rough.
7 is rough. Back to Bo.
I'd like to take the defend and maneuver, and then I would like to do a not action.
Listening.
So you want me to roll first?
Well, I have to flip the cards first. He is also
Okay.
doing for maneuver. You're an ally though, so you go first. So what are you doing?
Sure. Oh, I got a 6 and a 3 plus. What is that? Focus. Oof. So that's 9 minus 1.
So 8. You're
So
good.
I got a total of 8.
Okay.
So that's just a basic technique, right?
Yes, one single thing.
Fuck me. Okay. Negative status. Us conditions are not statuses. I'm going to use retaliate, but what I would like to do is activate one of my incense bombs that I talked about making.
Okay.
Smoke bombs.
Okay.
And I want to move at him with said smoke bomb. Attempt to hug him and tell my venom mouse to bite him.
Okay.
And hopefully the spirit incense has a bonus to the venom mouse.
So
I don't know.
I think that would fall better under seize a position. Because retaliate is like if they attack you, then you do things.
Yeah, then I'll do.
Okay, so I will 100% allow that. He is not going to burn a fatigue to block this. He lets you get all up close to him, right? And you say, "Mouse, bite him."
Yeah, and then Venom Mouse does whatever Venom Mouse does. I don't know if it's paralytic poison. I don't know if it's poison. He's a venomous mouse, and there's a bunch of spirit incense, so it should give him a bonus of some kind.
Okay.
And then does the mouse bite him?
I mean, to be fair, the mouse has not been in this equation as its own entity ever. And this is not D&D, so we don't plan for pets. 10 seconds. Let me look at the rules for pets, because that's literally a thing that they can do for one of the classes. So 10 seconds here while I pull that up, because I think they get something. I'll remember what, but they get something. And that one's under Prodigy? No. You guys remember what that's under?
What? I don't know. Maybe it's under whatever Tugosalar
No
was.
chance.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Tugosalar. No, it was our tracker. Who played the tracker?
So the icon did also have a pet.
Did they?
That was Tugosalar, yeah. But his was more like
A mount.
you have an animal companion large enough to ride.
Yeah.
When you fight beside your animal companion, mark 1 fatigue to become favored for an exchange. When something hurts your animal companion, mark a condition. And when you and your friends travel via your animal companion, everyone clears all fatigue.
It's like the acrobat or something silly. You know what I mean? It's like I can't remember the silly names. It's not the icon because that one does have one. You're right, but that's not what I'm thinking.
I just want him to get poisoned.
No,
And for
I'm
spirit powers activate.
I'm totally for it. I just got to know the rules for what the little creatures can do. So much scrolling.
I think he was hoping the spirit would re-inhabit it and then it would take over and do things on its own.
Right. No, I hear you. I hear you. It might be the bold. The bold. Let's look. There we go. It's one of the moves from the bold called the best friend. Your best friend is a small, fuzzy, dependable. Unlike your other relationships, this one is simple as true. You can understand and communicate, blah, blah, blah. You have a hard time now that they'll always. Whenever your pal can help you, push your luck. Mark fatigue to roll with creativity instead of passion. If your pet ever gets hurt, mark a condition. Okay. Let's go to tag team because that's also something they get. It's a defend and maneuver. Work with an ally against the same foe. The engaged foe choose a double any fatigue conditions or balance shift inflicted upon that foe. Okay. So, I'm gonna apply that effect to that command, and you're using the cool thing. I'm gonna give you a free move that is you will be doing double fatigue conditions or balance shifts to the opponent from here on out as the mouse bites onto our handy dandy bow for all his life.
Since you said he's not blocking me in any capacity, I would like to continue moving through the wall of the ship and drown us.
No, he's not moving you from moving, you goose.
Well, I got to him, I grab him, and then I use my walls can't hold me to run us through the wall.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Okay.
It's too many things.
Well, since it's not technically an attack.
Right, but the seize a position is part of the defend
Yeah,
and
so
maneuver
it's
stance.
part of seizing. I want the position to be in the ocean. Drowning.
I mean, at that point, he would block you. You can't tell me that's what you're trying without him stopping it ahead of
Okay.
time. What you described before and what you say after. But next round, valid option.
I got it.
Right now, you have him grappled, but it's his turn, and he is also defending and attacking. Which is unfortunate.
Defending and attacking.
Sorry,
Defending and
maneuvering. Which is highly unfortunate for him because he can't activate retaliate because you've already gone, which sucks for him. But it really sucks for you because he's about to water whip you. He has 2 actions currently because you haven't shifted his stuff at all. Oh, actually, I take that back. His first action is going to be an ice gauntlet. As you see him make he just freezes his fist and punches. He becomes prepared, and when you make a next attack, one additional fatigue, which he will then use the water whip to mark 1 more fatigue on himself, and he gets to choose to give you a condition or mark 2 fatigue. Since the ice gauntlet gives him extra fatigue, he'll do that, and you'll take 3 fatigue.
So I take 3 fatigue. He used 4 fatigue?
No. Just 1.
He just used 1?
Correct.
Okay.
So
and
he
uses...
got just so you know where we're at. He has 2 naturally because of his abilities, right? That's the starting point without shifting. He has a 3rd action which he can then use again to use water whip to burn another fatigue and do 2 more fatigue to you, but not 3. So a total of 5, and he takes 2.
Fatigue, he takes 2 because of the venom from the stuff. What? You said every time he takes a fatigue, he takes an additional 1.
No, your attacks do double.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So he does a total of 6 hits on me?
A total of no, just 5. Just 5. Because it's the ice gauntlet only does the next move. The big thing that he gets is he's now prepared.
So he defended and beat the fuck out of me.
Yes, water whip.
How's that a defense move?
I've got a lot of defense moves that do damage.
Like, goddamn. So I'm out.
Out.
Unless I can move my balance.
Nope. There's no
Or
choice on this
you
one.
activate a moment of balance to be like, no, I protect myself.
I don't think that applies here, unfortunately.
I think it would. I'm a person.
But
so yeah, I'm dead. Or
okay.
out.
Just fatigue or conditions?
Everything.
Everything.
You hit me.
All right.
Like, how the fuck? That's why I wanted to do the other thing, so he would take conditions, but you told me to do the other thing instead.
Gotcha. So, cutscene for a second here. We have a familiar outcome of fighting Bo. An ally has been grasped by his thing, but this time the ally is the mouse, not our friend the airbender. You see him take the mouse and crush it in its hands, and you can see the essence of the spirit that was once the mouse protection dissipate into nothingness. He then reaches over and grabs a friend and says, "We have some words to speak about," and he kind of just drags you deeper into the ship. Down on the lower deck, Frozen. You saw Bo crush this mouse and eat the body. You didn't really know what it was until it landed in front of you, and that you got a sinking feeling in your stomach. The guards that are still remaining on the deck are still in front of you. They pulled their card. What are you doing? A plus nine. I get to get.
I gotta evade and observe. I have to.
You have to. Okay. Then they are also evading and observing, so you get to go first.
Cool. See if I actually get to go first. I do get to go first.
You get 2 things. So first and foremost, you clear fatigue at the start of the round.
Yes.
And at the end of the round, don't forget to clear another fatigue, because again, you're empowered.
So
what are you doing for your 2 moves?
Can I just refresh myself twice?
If refresh is a mastered move for you,
it is.
Then you can do so, burning 2 of your things to cut 2, heal 3, cut 2, heal 3. So I guess that is the stipulation of using this, right? Is you have to have the 3 fatigue to burn to activate it to do so. All right, do you have the 3 fatigue to burn to activate it?
It doesn't require 3 fatigue.
Sorry, heals 3. Sorry, 2 fatigue. You have the 2 fatigue.
It only requires 1 fatigue.
Oh, that's it?
To use the technique. So 1 fatigue to heal at a status, 3 fatigue, or 2 conditions.
Oh.
So it'll do 3 fatigue or 2 conditions and clear a status. But it's only 1 fatigue to heal.
Oh, that's so nice. We've been doing that wrong then. So yes, you can heal yourself burn as long as you have 1 to burn to activate the ability, and then you can heal yourself for 2. Or essentially heal yourself for 3 after burning 1, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
So, do you heal for 4, or do you heal for 2 in a condition, or what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I heal myself and clear my condition. So I'm back to full fighting status.
Get refreshed, literally. Okay, the enemies. They're evading and observing. They are going to test your balance. So they want to know one of your 2 attributes.
Community.
Okay, noted. They will talk shit later, maybe. We'll see. It feels like such an underpowered power. You know what I mean? They have to mark fatigue. They get to know what your principle is, and then if you already know the principle, you instead shift their balance away from center, questioning or challenging their beliefs or perspective. Like, what?
You only have to shift somebody's balance 3 times before they're out of the fight.
Yeah, usually. Yeah,
If you have
yeah.
multiple people, then
Yeah, it can be overpowered.
Call-
I'm just saying for the whatchamacallit, just seems silly. But you can also resist shifting your balance. You guys know this, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But we never get to shift our balance
So yeah,
because you never shift our balance.
I do sometimes. Sometimes I will now with this guy. Jeez, that's all they can do. All right, next up, back to we'll do Andrew and the Avatar before we get to Iron. Do you know what you're doing there, Andrew?
Yeah, I want to evade and observe again.
Okay. Our handy dandy enemy is evading and observing as well. And our everybody is evading and observing. So you're first. So take your healing.
All right, I missed. I got a 5.
Oof. Okay, so you don't get to do anything cool. Do you want to burn a fatigue to do a thing anyway?
A basic technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's okay. And seeing as we were just chatting about it, let's test the balance.
Okay. So you will know that for the old man, his balance is revenge, or his motivation, I should say. He's an NPC.
Okay. Sounds pretty valid.
Next. The Avatar. Right. Sorry. Evade and observing Avatar. He is favored because of your. Oh, you were favored too. You know, you didn't have to burn that fatigue. You could have just used your favored.
Can I just do? Wait.
Just get
Can I
rid of.
burn another fatigue to do a second action with my favorite?
No, you could just use your favored and not burn the fatigue. But you want to do that anyway because it renews until he gets rid of these silly handcuffs.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just not have spent fatigue then
Okay.
with the favorite condition.
Your boy, the Avatar, is sitting at 2 actions. Again, evading and observing. He gets one of his fatigue back. He's looking fresh and fancy.
And he's favored, right?
Yes, he is going
From
to
my
hinder the opponent using air blast to kind of push him back in a way, giving them impaired status twice. Which will convert his impaired status to the trap status. As he's trapped in a vortex. You see a whirlwind trap this old man. It almost looks like he's sucking the air out of the area.
Non-lethal.
There's definitely he is definitely ignoring you. This man
It's too
killed
loud. The wind is blowing too loud.
right, he's angry. You'll notice that
He's been trained by too many
he's
dead
flicking.
people.
Right, yeah, he's not quite Avatar state, but he's right there, about to lose
Oh.
that control.
Lose or gain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avatar state's kind of a funky place.
Yeah.
It's an automatic defense and a eventual controlled attack, and I don't think Terran's trained enough with it yet. So that's his turn. He used his favored up and did all the stuff and the things that he could do. So it is now the enemy's turn, who is trapped. They can either take three conditions or fatigue to escape the trapped. He can't use his prepared to get rid of the status at all, which is real nice. He gains 1 fatigue back from the beginning, which is important because he'd already taken some from you guys before. Let's see here. I think he is going to take 3 fatigue, right? And you see him shoot off a super powerful fire blast that just blows the wind away from him, right? But he looks angry and afraid and insecure all at the same time. Like there's a lot of emotions going on in his face, and none of them are positive.
Those are very like condition-based words you just used. Does he pick those up? Does he get
Yeah, he
angry and
yeah no
insecure?
yeah three conditions or 3 fatigue to escape. So he took 3 conditions because he doesn't have the fatigue to burn right now.
Can I ask how many he has left, or is that metagaming?
That's metagaming.
Okay, never mind.
He needs the fatigue to throw moves, though. I will just say it like that. Anyway, on his turn, let me look at the firebending stuff because he actually has something prepared. Ha 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 ha! I don't think it'll do anything cool for him, but maybe. And observe. Okay, that's not going to be helpful here. Oh, that'll work though. But it won't activate his spark. No, it'll definitely activate his spark. Okay. So he channels lightning. Does an arc lightning. Against closely engaged foe, which is both of you two. He marks 1 fatigue, which he has, to inflict a condition or on an engaged foe who used advance and attack, which was no one. Never mind. This won't actually work. Because no one attacked him this round. So, never mind. That I take that back. Then instead... he will bolster himself and test your balance. What's one of the things you tell him about you? Actually, no, I take that back. He's not going to do it to you. He's going to do it to Terran because he knows Terran's principles. Because he raised it.
Oh, that's ass. Okay.
That's his turn. Terran shifts his balance 1 from center.
Okay.
He now gets 27 techniques.
He's about to. I'm telling you, about to hit that avatar status. It's not going to be good. Next, on our chopping block, cutscene in the thing. So you save the dying wife of Younger. Did you ever figure out her name?
It's Stephanie.
Stephanie, pick a Power Rangers. You guys are going there.
I did. I chose blue.
No, I mean as the wait. Are you saying there's a Blue Ranger named Stephanie?
No.
Question mark.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Okay, so with that, Stephanie. Oh, thanks, friend. I think that was gonna work out well for me. And she bolts up and looks over at the now blood dry brain fart here, sorry.
Boobit.
Abbott. The Abbott looks over and smiles and lightly holds out the baby and says, "Well, I at least protected somebody," and then passes on.
Passes out from blood loss, but then my wife uses her mad bloodbending skills to put it all back.
She is not a
What the
bloodbender,
fuck?
nor does she know refresh. It is too late for the Abbott, unfortunately. Your friend made a decision, and the decision was save the Weef.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Too bad there won't be a...
There will be consequences later for this action, but you feel good about it. So, what does it matter? Next, that's what. Anything else you want to do while you're in this situation? At this point, you've kind of cutscened yourself. Anything else you want to try?
I can't. No, I can't bloodbend. So no, we out of options, unfortunately.
Okay. This might be a time to focus on healing yourself now that you're pretty sure that Younger's wife won't get murked.
Yeah. I need to sit and heal myself. I have like 1 fatigue left, and then I'm out.
Okay. You do
That's what
so.
cowards do. Just get knocked out by low.
No.
It'll be fine.
No.
Wow.
No.
I would have lived if Roger hadn't taken away my favorite. By the way, but here I am.
Younger over here, like,
Fuck you, asshole.
every time I do something to his character. So, with all that being said, your turn's over. We're jumping back to Bo / Younger. You're
There's nobody besides me there, right?
yeah,
And him.
you were just getting dragged to the back of the ship, and he says, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna carve you up into little tiny pieces." He sounds very joyful.
So I have
He's
a
almost
power,
smiling.
but I don't know what it is because I can't look it up right
What is
now.
it? I'm listening.
It's called Suck It Up.
You said that's a power?
It's a universal technique.
It's a universal technique.
Yeah,
I
you
think
gave it.
that- Yeah. I know which one it is actually. So that one you pick, and it lets you just not take damage when you take defended maneuver. So focus of absorbing blows, readying yourself to act immediately after. For each attack that affects fatigue conditions or balance shifts on this exchange, choose one additional technique next exchange.
Okay. Not applicable. I thought maybe I could do that as like part of like the like torture stuff, like be like, oh yeah, I suck it up.
Narratively, it sounds cool, but no, that is not the point of that thing, because you are not fighting back at this point. He's just dragging you along to your
Yeah,
doom.
I don't think I have a lot of other options. Is there like any obviously dangerous things that are on his person while he's dragging me?
I mean, the knives and blades and weapons and things.
Does anything look excessively flammable?
No. Would you like to assess the situation?
I'd either like to assess the situation or hold a bomb to my chest
Just
and kill us both.
and full out just try to take him with you.
Yeah.
Heroic sacrifice number 2 for the final episode. Oh man,
This
Nothing
guy
heroic about
guy's
leaving
hurt,
your
and
kids
if I give him
behind.
any time, he's a waterbender. I've held my own for a while now. At this point, I don't think my friends are coming to refresh me. They're in the sky, they're on the land, there's an entire war. I have the opportunity to take out the enemy commander, and I have literally nothing left in me to give. My arm is done. I'm all kaput. And I would think that this would be in a sense of like protecting others as a quote unquote moment of balance or whatever. If I could sink the ship while he like puts me up against the wall to start torturing me, it's like, haha, we're all gonna sink now, motherfucker. And kill us, damage him, and drown him and other people. I think that would be what I would do to save my family and my friends and stop a war because he's the overarching leader of the situation. And I'm guaranteed to die.
What is your moment of balance specifically?
It is to protect others and stuff. And it's the wall. It has to do with some walls need to be kept, some walls need to be broken.
So the wall being the side of the ship currently.
Yeah. In order to protect others. And he is a big wall.
He's a big emotional wall, and a physical wall that I like the holy. So, kaboom!
The sweet smell of incense fills the room before it's suctioned full of water.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Kaboom.
it. You don't know what happens to Bo because that cutscene is over.
Does he know what happens to him?
I mean, he will in the next book. Frozen, you're on the top of the deck, and you just feel it sink.
It's all the bombs. I activate all the bombs.
No, I understand everything you got. You put a big old hole at the bottom of this boat, and everyone feels it. Actually, exactly where you were standing, the deck caves in, and you can see the hole that just got put into it, or at least some of the hole that just got put in it. But basically, the guts of this ship just went goodbye.
Oh, you probably hear my my screaming voice of we're going, like, you killed Tugaslar, you're gonna kill me, but I'm gonna have the last laugh. Ha ha!
Explodey, die. Frozen. You're on a now sinking ship. The soldiers that were fighting you look concerned, disheartened, not happy. Bad things are happening. One of the three of them that was left went in the hole. We hear this sound effect. Hold on, one more.
Oh no.
No, this one's not as bad.
Oh, okay.
And politely, friend, I will. The sound effect has been deleted per your request.
Ooh.
Anyways,
Kaboom.
so yeah, I'm extremely worried about my friend, and I'm gonna go to the last place I saw him going.
Into the hole.
To the
I
bottom of the
was
ocean.
gonna say, time out. The last place you saw him going was the deck. And
You
then
found
saw-
my hand.
He was getting dragged by Bo towards the back of the ship.
No, but that was inside the ship. You totally didn't see it. You had no idea that he had been dragged off.
You'd seen the hole that I had made when I had entered through the building, and you saw the shadows walking through past the windows.
And you saw the dead mouse get flung out the window and recognized it as Younger's mouse. And then, not a minute or two later of you fighting these yahoos off, you hear a large explosion under the ship. So, then what happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Younger.
All right.
You wouldn't have set a bomb off, and
This idiot.
I'm glad he makes himself very easy to find.
Okay.
No, because now he's over there. He's over there. He's up there.
Make an
I was actually trained to find those pieces.
assess the
in real life.
situation, eh?
Ultimate ninja technique.
11 without any pluses.
2 questions for you.
What should it be on the lookout for?
You know what? Let me pull up my body parts die.
He finds my gun.
You see Younger's heart floating in the water. Now, mind you, you probably don't realize it's necessarily Younger's, but as a DM, I'm telling you that's what it is.
Okay.
But you do see quite a few peoples in the water with the sinking boat, and the boat is currently imploding on itself, so escaping might be a good choice too.
Activate titanium.
All right.
but
What's my best way out?
Same way you came in. You're a waterbender. GTFO on the
Okay.
on the waves. Catch a wave out.
Yep.
But from your assessment, like anyone that was near that explosion, unless some kind of miracle occurred or something to that effect, are dead.
Damn it, Long John.
Does he find my gun?
It-
I'll
He had
find
two
nothing
assess
of you.
things.
I found
Sir,
He had two-
what could have been your heart floating in the water, but there's pieces of about a dozen people here.
Sir, you got Mortal Kombat 2 finisher. You know what I mean? Like just splooted into random pieces.
Yeah,
I need that animation on the screen. Ah,
but my gun wasn't loaded.
Unfortunate. What if that's how you set off your bomb? Is you finally just shot your trigger and it set off all your explosives?
Maybe that would make sense. Like, that's why I never pulled my gun out, was because it was actually just like, no, this is the bomb.
This is
This is the kill
This is the
switch.
button. This is the Nokia.
the Nokia. Nice. Okay. That's all you can do. You're gonna try and make your escape. Skills
Yep.
and skills roll, please.
Watch me fail and also die down here.
You get sucked into the vortex. The
Right.
vortex into the spirit realm because there's a fucking spirit incense and life exposed.
I was gonna say you did activate Spirit Incense right next to Bo, which was a poor choice.
I got an 8, so
you
I managed to do it.
So you'll either take a condition from getting tired, fatigued, whatever, or take a fatigue from coming in.
I'm going to take an angry condition because how dare he blow himself up when I was right there?
I didn't know there's walls between us. The one thing that couldn't hold me stopped me from seeing any light at the end of the tunnel.
That's so sad.
Like I said, how dare he blow himself up when I was right there?
Okay. Last bit for our avatar and I shouldn't say last bit, but last on the board here. What's the plan there, Kwong?
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty grossed out.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think skip for me.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys are fighting the big bad, so
Teleports back into existence. What's up? Your bum do nothing.
did nothing. Old man is evading and reserving again because apparently he has the allergies to attacking. But your boy is not. So he is going to. He's shifted his balance once, so he has a base 2. He doesn't have a favorite this time, so it's just 2 actions. Yeah. He's just gonna hit him with the strike 2 times. Not take the fatigue and hit this guy. Actually, he'll take the fatigue and make him choose between fatigue or conditions, and it's not going to matter because he's going to be fine on conditions, and the old man is not. So, as the old man gets hit for 2 more conditions, it puts him past the breaking point. And you see Terran go up and use his metal bending pew pews like he's been training this whole time. Pew pew pew, and you can see him hit him. Bam, 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 until the old man falls and is waiting for the final shot. Right, he's just sitting there waiting, and Terran stops and walks away, or in this case, goes away quickly. Waiting for Kwong to catch up. And at this point, you guys will look back at the battlefield and the destruction and chaos that has been caused, and this is not a win, but it is definitely not a loss for the majority. For you guys as a group, this is it. So at this point, we got 15 minutes left. So we're gonna this is the final episode of where we're at, and we will go from there, right? That's the end. Chaos, destructions, a smoldering air temple.
I activate my moment of balance, my second one. I break through the walls of the material plane and enter into the spirit realm.
Oh, you entered in a spirit realm fast. Full speed.
He's just gonna go challenge Bo again for the second time.
Right, they're just eternal
And then I
fighting.
beat his ass in the spirit realm.
Okay, noted.
You don't got bending to make this an even fight.
Right, yeah, we're good now.
Now I have all my spirit animal companions to help fight him in the spirit realm.
Random
I'm
bullshit.
surrounded by loving animals. I'm reunited with Venomouse.
Venomoose. Okay, well, at this point, that's where this book ends, right? Kind of not a great point, but you've completed objectives and things like that. We're calling it for the end of stuff and things. We will have our after action review in private.
Wait, what about the literature? What happens the end game monologues of each character, and what happened?
well, this isn't the end of the story. This is just the end of this chapter of the book. So we might come back to it later and see what we feel in the future. But as of now, status of all characters: Kwong, only surviving original member. Long John, obviously, bits and pieces. Terran's alive and doing his thing and has maybe made the choice to make better decisions via Kwong's constant "stop killing people." Derek is good, fine, did all the things appropriately, still doing his thing. And then Rithgon is keeping Long John's family safe currently. So that's where we're ending the story at this point. At this point, cool announcements for people and things. Do you want to start with Frozen? Because I know you got stuff coming up. Is there anything you want to announce or talk about?
You're muted if you were talking.
Yes, but no.
Okay, so keeping it.
Yes,
keeping on the
there's
DL.
stuff to be excited about. Doing some work on the channel and rebranding, and hopefully starting next week, I will be doing a bunch of like spooky game videos. But also some big changes coming to the channel and stuff to look forward to. So,
All right, and just for funsies, where can people find you again?
you can find me on YouTube at Frozen Dad Gaming.
All right, Rith, you got anything for us tonight?
No. That's it from me.
All right, Andrew, you got anything for your side of things?
If you were talking, you were muted. He might have stepped away.
He might have stepped away. We'll see it. We'll see if not. If not, Mixelpixel on TikTok and all the places. Younger, we got anything special come up? We do on the, but not until the 19th. And Power Rangers. That's our next system that we are playing, doing all that fun stuff.
Not next Monday.
Not next Monday.
But the
Follow Monday afterwards, as if we were playing Avatar instead of we were doing Power Rangers. And yeah, with all that, code for this month is spooky 907. Get you 10% off at the website.
Find them glow in the dark dice.
Get those glow in the dark dice. They going out hot. Yeah, but that's all I got. So stick around for the music. Andrew, if you're there, we will feel free to. We'll pause the music and let you talk. But if you're not, we will push on. Okie dokie, here we go. Bye. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Maybe if I can find the music over here.